All right, according to this thing, we are live. Hello, people. How's it going? Let's just make sure this thing is working. So, for those of you in the live chat right now, let me know that you are, in fact, hearing sound. Are you hearing the sound of my voice? If so, let me know right away. I need to know this. Indeed. Okay, perfect. So, we have sound. So, welcome, people. Welcome to whatever the fuck this is going to be. Yeah, there's some fuckery afoot. So, here's what's gonna happen. Tonight, we're going to address something that's been way too fucking common, honestly. It's not just us that's dealing with this shit because let's face it, it's fucking Twitter. But actually, it's not just Twitter, it's all social media platforms. They all deal with this shit, and it's content theft. That's what this is. We're talking straight up stealing other people's work and reposting that shit. So it's once again happened to our friend Astronomy Live. So here's the deal. He recorded a video himself with his own equipment, his own planning, with no help from anybody else. And guess what? That video was ripped, reposted on Twitter without permission. They didn't even try to give him credit for his shit. No tag, no mention, nothing. Just stolen work. In fact, they even cropped his logo out.
No. Correction. I have to correct you there. They did not crop my. They didn't bother mentioning or cropping out my logo.
Oh, that's even worse then. Let's be absolutely clear here. This is not sharing. This is not amplifying because if that's what they were trying to do, and I understand that's kind of like their fallback plan whenever they do get called out on this shit. It's actually just stealing. That's what it is. Because if they were trying to promote or amplify the actual creator's work, they would repost his upload of it, which, by the way, is of higher quality than their repost of it, just throwing that out there. But I think the reason why they're doing this is because they make money off of it. They're profiting off of someone else's labor. And in whether or not they're making like monies from it, they also are getting like likes, retweets, clout, that kind of shit. And quite frankly, it's fucking disgusting. This isn't the first time we've had to deal with this shit. Okay? And Astronomy Live has been very generous with his knowledge, opening his data and fucking software for everyone else to use and stuff like that. And the only thing he asks for is credit. This guy's not asking for money. He's asking for credit, but these motherfuckers can't even do that much. So, Astronomy Live, I imagine you're just as pissed off as I am, so I'm going to give it to you. Please tell everyone how pissed off you are at this situation that we're dealing with again.
Great, thank you so much. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here so people can see what I'm upset about. Because as you mentioned, this is not the first time this has happened. In fact, I predicted this was going to be a problem with a particular account that has been doing this. And sure enough, it's come to pass now on what I feel is honestly the most beautiful video I've ever filmed with my telescope. Um, it was IFT 11, the flight test 11 of Starship. I caught it during twilight as it flew south of Florida minutes after it launched from Texas. And that was kind of the golden opportunity I had been waiting for, was clear weather with a launch occurring just after twilight, just after sunset here in Florida, with the rocket rising up over the horizon in deep twilight so that we get good contrast between the exhaust and the sky. And that's exactly what we got 1 week ago from today on Monday, October 13th. I filmed it with my 11-inch Celestron telescope using my open source rocket tracker software. I also had a secondary camera, a Canon 90D, riding piggyback on an ST80, an Orion refractor, riding piggyback on the 11-inch Celestron Nexstar telescope. So I had two 4K cameras running at the same time, filming the same event. And I've uploaded the footage to YouTube. You can see it here. I also posted the footage on Twitter. Now, what's happened since then is something that I predicted, and I'm going to wind the clock back and cover some of the history here that actually involved Red's footage years ago being stolen off of an upload on my channel where I showed both of our views of a Falcon Heavy launch. And Massimo stole that footage and credited the wrong person. He credited a thief on Reddit who posted it without crediting us as well. Even though Red's video was extremely popular. I think that might have been one of your million view videos, wasn't it? The Arab Sat?
Yeah, that one was 3.4 million views.
Jeez, yeah. So, not like this was a small video. Not like no one knew that this existed. I guarantee you Massimo knew exactly who filmed that footage.
Oh, he
But
fucking knew. He fucking knew.
and at this point, as we're going to get to tonight, there is no room left for charity on this in terms of knowing whether or not he knew. Like, it's undeniable that he knew that the IFT footage, the IFT 11 footage from a week ago, was mine, as we'll get to in a moment. And yet he chose not to credit me still. So years ago, when this originally happened, I kindly asked him to credit Reds as the photographer of that footage, and that it was taken from my channel, not from this person on Reddit. He ignored me. Not only did he ignore me, but about a year later he posted it again. Same video. Reds commented he's since deleted it, so after getting called out on it, he finally did take down both the copies of the video that he had posted, and it seems that, as far as I can tell, he hasn't posted it again, but it took us confronting him a second time for him to change his behavior on it.
And
And not
also, I do want
before
to point out that he blocked me.
he blocked me too, and that's what I was going to say is he raged out at me over it and blocked me. So he had gotten into an argument with another photographer whose work he had posted. My understanding is he did credit the photographer, but that photographer didn't want this work reposted just with credit. Some photographers want, to actually license their material and charge a fee for repurposing their material. And this was one of those kinds of situations. Well, he wasn't so cool with that, of course. But this person had replied to Massimo, or I think it might have been a reply to the photographer. In any case, it was about that controversy, saying that people should take advantage when someone with way more reach throws your work around, not take them down. People follow Rainmaker 1973. This is Massimo's account. Again, big account on Twitter to get exposure to things they usually wouldn't. You tried to kill that. I'm not technical, don't care. Find a way to take advantage. And I had replied that even for those of us who would be happy with just being credited, he doesn't always give correct, accurate credit. He's previously used a stolen clip from one of my uploads and refused to correct it when I've asked him to multiple times. At this point, I'd already asked him to twice, and he ignored me both times up to this point. There is no other recourse left but DMCA. For clarity, he attributed it incorrectly to another thief who posted it to our space on Reddit without permission or attribution. Reddit also refused to edit the post or take it down. Oh, yeah, sorry, sidebar, side tangent here. I have to go to what Reddit's response was when I pointed out that the attribution was completely wrong and that it was actually my footage. Our space replied to me, "Hi, we cannot edit posts, and sadly, it looks like this one was made before our rules on proper sourcing became active." In other words, they didn't do a damn thing about it. They don't care that it didn't source the material correctly at all and that it was stolen footage. That blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind. So, our space refused to do anything about it. Massimo refused to do anything about it, etc. Every time I try to deal with a content thief, I'm forced to choose between DMCA or letting it happen. Perfect example, right? Reddit, Twitter, in both cases, my choice is either file a DMCA takedown or just roll over and let it happen. Massimo replied to me at this point. He said, "If you're referring to me, you're stating totally unreal facts. I always give credit, and the case of your dishonest friend is exemplary because I embedded his original clip in my tweet and tagged his Twitter handle. There's no better crediting without even downloading and
Oh my god. Sorry, I'm just allergic to so much bullshit. Oh my god, that's a lot of bullshit. Wow. Oh my god. Look at all the bullshit being spewed right there. Oh my god, wow.
It's completely false. This whole story is fabricated. My friend was not tagged. My friend was not accurately credited. And so I said to him, "Yes, I'm referring to you, and no, sir, you gave credit to the wrong person twice, even though I had already tried to correct you the first time you made the mistake. A year later, you made the mistake, even though I had already tried to correct it." And I linked back to where I had, tried to correct it before. And actually, it was me referencing the fact that I'd already tried to get them to correct it, and they hadn't corrected it. And then I said, "And if you're calling my friend who actually captured that Red's rhetoric dishonest, you really have jumped the shark." So at this point, he blocks me. He blocks me. He does take down the two posts because he knows he stole it. He knows that what's going to happen next is a DMCA takedown request if he doesn't do something about it. So he does take down the posts. But he's now blocked me. And I said, blocking me after I pointed out that you misattributed a video that was pulled off my upload is highly unethical. I pointed out that you at least correctly attribute Nightlight's work, who was the other photographer who was having a spat with him at the time. But that was not the case for Red's Rhetoric's video Falcon Heavy. And again, I cite a previous post I said where, I apparently Massimo was going through some personal stuff, and I feel bad for that. And I did give him credit for at least correctly crediting this other photographer at the time. But I pointed out how I've had issues trying to get him to correctly credit a video that was pulled off my channel. And so I said, because I'm blocked, I won't even be able to tell if and when that footage is posted again without correct attribution, nor if other clips are taken from my channel without correct attribution. This is a major issue I deal with my work getting millions of views with no credit given. And there's a 23.3 million viewed video on TikTok of my Falcon Heavy footage getting posted by someone else, not crediting me, not mentioning me, and cropping out my watermark. That
Pause.
screenshot.
Pause right there. Pause right there. I want to highlight something real quick. 23 million views. Just think about that for a second. Let that number soak in. 23 million views with no credit.
I always tell people I'm a big deal on TikTok. The only problem is I'm not on TikTok and no one knows it's my footage.
Yeah, ain't that fucked up? Anyway, I just wanted people to take a moment and absorb that number. Please continue.
So, as I said in my next reply, that screenshot comes from TikTok, just an example, but this is the issue I have with content aggregator accounts like Massimo, who will see an upload that will, like that on another platform, Reddit, for example, in the example he blocked me for. They'll repost it here and credit the thief for the footage. So, my whole point here was that blocking me after he's now been fully made aware and acknowledges by taking it down that that was footage that was stolen off of my upload of that video off my channel. He's now blocking me. And at the time, the way blocking worked on Twitter was that you couldn't see the person's content at all. Blocking actually acted like a block. You could not see anything they posted at that point. So he had walled it off so I would not be able to see it if he ever stole off my channel again. That's why I said it was highly unethical. And even if granting him the charity to assume that he didn't mean to steal anything and that, this was all a misunderstanding, he should want to see my content and make sure he doesn't accidentally do it again, right? Because it's already happened once, and I'm going to continue filming launches that he's probably going to want to repost, so it would be good to know if he's accidentally stealing my footage again, wouldn't it? I mean, if you're an ethical person and you're trying to do things the right way, why would you block me and now not only not be able to see, the stuff that I'm posting, but also not allow me to contact you to ask for correct attribution in the future if it happens again? So that was why I say this was highly unethical. And something else kind of weird happened at this point back in 2023 when this all went down. Suddenly, I lost the ability to file DMCA takedown requests. So if I try to go to the DMCA page for Twitter, and I ask to make a takedown request, this is what I encounter. No matter what, I encounter this. It says that this form requires an X account. Please log into your account to submit a report. I am logged in. You can see my face right here, Astronomy Live. I'm logged in. Reds has tried this on his computer on a completely different internet connection, completely different IP address. He's logged into my account with his computer. What happened, Reds, when you tried to go to this page from my account?
From your account, it didn't work. From my account, I could get through.
Yep. So they have blocked my account from being able to file a DMCA takedown request. That's weird. I wonder why that would happen. And here's where certain people may feel that I'm being unreasonable or putting on the tinfoil a little too tight, but I don't think so.
No, I don't. I don't think you are. I don't think you are.
Here's check this out. These are all the replies that Elon Musk has personally made to Massimo. Sorry if I get you a copyright strike here, Reds. This is a clown show. So he's clearly very good friends with Massimo. I wonder if Massimo had a word in private with him when he got scared when I mentioned the DMCA to him, knowing that my footage was on his account. That he asked Big Daddy Elon to please protect me and don't let him strike me. I'm sorry, I don't think that's too far. I don't think that's too outrageous that that might have happened.
Yep. So for some reason, and we all know what the reason would be, Elon Musk decided to permanently fuck over your account. And
Isn't this amazing?
what I think is going on is that Massimo, Rainmaker, or wherever the fuck he's calling himself this week, uh, Elon Musk is perfectly okay with them because he's making Twitter money. He's driving traffic. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. And they're operating under the assumption that you are just going to roll over and take in, that there's nothing that you would want to do about it if they put this roadblock in your way.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've talked to Leonard French about this on Blue Sky, that if they do this, and it seems that they have, if they block me from being able to issue a DMCA takedown request and they don't allow me to do it on my account, does that not remove safe harbor protection from them? So the way that DMCA works, the the way that this whole system is supposed to work, according to the law, is that you're not supposed to be able to sue the platform on which the content is hosted as long as the platform follows the rules and procedures of DMCA takedown requests.
Which
In
they're
other
not doing.
words, which they're not doing. In other words, someone like Massimo steals my footage, posts it without any attribution, credit, etc., starts profiting off of it. If Twitter doesn't follow the rules for DMCA takedown requests, if they don't allow me to make a takedown request, well, then they have forfeited safe harbor protection. Technically, I can go after them instead of just going after Massimo. Technically, I should be able to go after Twitter. And Leonard French confirmed that, yeah, that is, I'm paraphrasing here, but in general, yeah, that is how that works. If they actually ignore you and don't honor your valid DMCA takedown request, then they have forfeited safe harbor protection, and technically you can go after them. The problem is it's so expensive to do so, and you have to do so. I could be wrong on this. My recollection is you have to do it in federal court. You can't just go to, this is not small claims court business here. This is big time, big daddy federal court. So it takes money to do it, a lot of money to do it, and it's not necessarily going to be convenient or local. So you have to do it in a certain jurisdiction. But technically, yes, you could. But the problem is they know that someone like me doesn't have the money to see that through. So they can just trot over me, and there's nothing I can do about it. And we'll come to that in a bit. I will have a plea for help here on that in that regard. So here's my. We come now to the footage I filmed a week ago. SpaceX launches Starship on Flight 11. I film it from Florida with my telescope, with two telescopes, in point of fact, with two different cameras, and get this beautiful 4K footage of it flying overhead.
And guys,
Uh,
I would ask, if you haven't done so already, please go to Astronomy Live's video and click like and leave a comment for the algorithm, because this shit is fucking amazing. Astronomy Live, I know you know this, obviously, but I just gotta tell you, this video is just fucking nuts. It is amazing. When I saw this thing, I swear to you, I was like, okay, that does it. I'm gonna touch myself tonight.
Jeez, I didn't need to know that.
This video is like So good, so beautiful. And the fact that people are ripping it off just pisses me the fuck off, honestly.
I dare say maybe I'm too full of myself in saying this, but from the footage I've seen, I would dare say that mine is the best tracked video in terms of raw tracking. Um, I dare say I did the best job tracking this event.
Yes,
Um,
absolutely, 110%.
there were lots of videos of it, mostly with cell phones or small handheld cameras. This took a lot of planning and effort, okay? Like, I was out there hours beforehand getting everything set up, everything aligned, aligning on stars in broad daylight to make sure the telescope's as accurate as possible. Like, this was no easy feat, but it paid off, right? So here's my reward for that payoff. We now come to Twitter, and we have an account called Based in Viral. Says during a test flight of Starship over Florida, a rare phenomenon known as the space jellyfish effect was observed, where light from the rocket scatters in the upper atmosphere. Wrong. That's not really quite it. Creating a glowing display resembling a giant jellyfish-shaped cloud. Okay, first of all, the jellyfish effect is from sunlight scattering through the exhaust of the rocket. The rocket, in this case, is over 100 kilometers high. It's in space. But the sunlight is scattering through the exhaust, and in fact, you can even see some residual burning of the flame there as the second stage Starship continues on until shutdown occurs. And when shutdown occurs, it lets off all this beautiful gas. Well, the reason the gas is illuminated still, even after the engines have shut off, is because Earth is round and the sun has line of sight to the vehicle in space, even though the sun had set well beforehand for me on the ground below. So
It's
as it's
amazing how
passing
you
south
find
of Florida,
evidence. It's amazing how you find evidence of the globe literally everywhere.
really, it has ramifications all over the place, and this is one of them, because sunlight is reaching the rocket and it's not reaching me on the ground, and it hasn't been for I don't know, about 30 minutes or so. Uh, so yeah, that's significant. And that's why it lights up like that, because it's getting dark and yet the sun is still shining on the exhaust and the rocket. Okay. The way this was described wasn't honestly the best. Do you see anywhere in here that credits me?
No, no, I don't. I mean, obviously, I got this wrong, so I will say this much. It turns out they didn't crop out your logo, which I guess is good, but that's kind of like the bottom of the barrel right there.
I would I would say that because yes, it is a logo being used as a watermark. The whole purpose of that is an anti-theft device. That is basically tagging it so that if it does get stolen, I can prove that it was mine. Because the average person just scrolling here is not even going to read Astronomy Live. Like, you have to look close to even see it. And this is a second generation copy at least, as we'll get to. This is not even a straight copy, because if you go to the next one, this is the same frame. Notice the compression here? A lot less, right? Look at the compression here. I don't know if this is coming through on the stream, but Reds, you can probably see it better here on Discord. Like, look at the level of compression artifacts here versus the image is suddenly smoother over here.
Yep, I see
So
it. I see it.
yeah, so literally, the based and viral copy is like a second or third hand copy. It's not even the original copy of the original. It's been rechewed and recompressed again, so the quality is degraded even more. So you go over here to Viral Rush, jellyfish effect over Florida during the Starship test flight. No mention of me, no mention of my channel, no tagging. They didn't tag me, they didn't tweet me, they didn't do anything. They didn't use the Twitter sort of repost feature where it will show who it originally came from. They didn't do any of that. Instead, the only thing left is my anti-theft device of my watermark in the top right corner. It's there, yes, but that's not how you properly credit someone. You don't just repost their video with their logo. You tell people who you got it from. Because here's what happened next. Massimo, our old friend Massimo, who says space jellyfish effect over Florida during the Starship test flight. I mean, it's almost word for word the same as the Viral Rush post. And he credits Viral Rush from Viral Rush. Excuse me?
Are you fucking kidding me right now? Wow.
And if I try to, comment, say, hey, buddy, this is mine. Oh, Why can't you reply to this? This author has blocked you, so you can't perform this action.
All right, guys.
Wah,
If
wah.
you're in the live chat right now, or if you're watching this, you know what to do. Go on Twitter. I can't believe I'm telling people to go on fucking Twitter, but go on Twitter, find this post by Massimo, and do your fucking worst. Please do this
I
for
just
me.
I just posted in the general chat here, Reds. If you can post that in your live chat, that would help.
Absolutely. I'll find that shit for you.
Thank you. So
Ugh.
yeah, Massimo reposts it and credits Viral Rush, not me. Now, at this point, there is no charity left to give him. Clearly, my watermark is on there. I've had dealings with him before, as we've seen. He knows who I am, okay? He knows that's my video. And he knows that this time there is a watermark on it. He just doesn't give a damn. So, does he credit me? No, he credits some random account that has 572 views, and the 7 likes it has probably come from Massimo having given him the credit falsely. The other one that I showed, based and viral, has no likes, no retweets, nothing. The one bookmark is me, so that I could come back and reference it for this stream. So, these are like no nothing thief accounts that just steal content, but Massimo would rather give them credit than me.
I have a conspiracy theory of my own. I
Yeah.
think
So,
I think Massimo uh, loves these accounts because these accounts belong to him. Let me explain why he would want to do such a thing. Because it gives him plausible deniability.
ooh, yeah, that's a good point.
It's like, oh, I tried to credit the right guy. It's not my fault. This other person who's totally unrelated to me totally fucked up.
Even if I assume it isn't actually him and that it really is some other thief doing the same damn thing, I feel he goes out of his way to find someone else who's already stolen it so he can cite that rather than the original person.
Exactly, same shit. Plausible deniability.
Yeah.
So it has that layer of separation. So you can't blame him. You would have to blame this other account, which only gets like 60 views at a time or some shit like that. So make this other account the asshole, so that you have plausible deniability. That way no one comes to you and calls you the fucking asshole. They just say, oh, I was just, lied to by this other account. It wasn't me. I wasn't the asshole in this situation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no,
Fucking
I think
pieces of
that's very
shit.
plausible.
And here's the thing. Massimo knows better, okay? Because he knows Astronomy Live. Astronomy Live has been doing this for quite a while. So Massimo could easily be like, huh, what's that logo in the top corner? Hey, I recognize that. I recognize that name. I know where to find that. I know where to find this YouTuber. It's literally right fucking there. So yeah, I was wrong at the very beginning of the stream when I said they cropped out the logo. My bad. I jumped the gun there. However, I stand by my later statement where I said that makes it worse if the type of bullshit that's going on is actually going on. And guess what? It's actually going on.
Yeah, exactly. Like there is no excuse for this. He has my watermark intact on the video. He knows who I am. We've interacted before. He should have been giving me credit. He deliberately credits somebody else because he's that petty.
I mean, he blocked me, so he definitely knows my sorry ass.
He blocked me too. So he knows both of us. And he knows who Astronomy Live is. And he goes out of his way to credit some other minor thief with less followers than him to try to throw the blame over there. It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic, and it's fully deliberate. Like there's no question he knows what he's doing, and he's doing this because he doesn't want me to say no. He doesn't want to give me the chance to tell him no, and I wouldn't have even told him no. This all started with me telling him, all I want is credit. Just credit me. So when I see other accounts like, where was it? Yeah, this guy. This
Hang on,
JUSA
and
989.
before we show that, I'm going to show something else, and I do want to give a huge shout out to 82 Productions. He commented and said the following. Let me show this, guys.
Oh, AT, you're getting blocked. You are absolutely getting blocked for that.
Yeah, yeah. Look at this. Look at this. I want to read this again because apparently I had my audio muted. My apologies, guys. Huh? Weird. I see you're still not crediting the actual photographer of amazing launch footage. What's worse is the watermark is in the footage. Also, is that just another account of yours? You unethical fuck nugget. I love that shit. 82 Productions, thank you so much. And this is what everyone should be doing to this disingenuous asshole. Fuck this guy. Seriously, fuck this guy. Ugh. Anyway, please continue Astronomy Live.
Okay, all right. Let me share my screen again.
Yes.
Okay, so this is why, when this happened years ago, and we had this, one guy, and I've seen this sentiment expressed by many people. It's not just him, but him or her, whoever it is. JUSA 989 says that, don't try to take them down when someone like this uses your stuff. Just try to take advantage, exposure, all that good stuff. And I know a lot of photographers don't feel so comfortable with that, and I get it, because if it's your profession, if this is your income, they're taking that money away from you and taking away the ability for you to license out your material to them and other people. So I get that, and photographers and videographers should have full control over the rights to their footage. In my case, it's a hobby. It's not my profession at all, and I'm happy for people to reshare my work as long as they give me credit. But that is too much to ask, and when confronted on it, Massimo straight up lies and tries to gaslight me, claiming he did give credit and that my friend is the one who's dishonest. No. No, sir. And here we have it again. Now we've come to it again with IFT 11. You reposted my footage with my watermark still there, and here you are trying to give credit to Viral Rush. This is
So,
absolutely disgusting behavior.
yeah, it is. And what I said to Astronomy Live before we went, live, is I said, do you think you should change up your watermark and put it right in the middle and have it say something along the lines of Massimo has a small penis?
Yeah, so this is
I,
the
I think I
thing.
think that would get the message across.
I mean, this is the thing. So once again, I'm going to refresh it. I'm pretty sure Twitter. Nope, they haven't changed it in the last 5 seconds. I'm still blocked from sending a DMCA takedown request. So I cannot request my stolen footage here be taken down, even though I would very much like Massimo to take down this post since he failed to credit me and credited the wrong person. Gave credit to someone who did not deserve it, whose only contribution was to steal my footage and post it without crediting me.
Yeah,
That was their
apparently,
only contribution.
according to the live chat, someone added a community note. I just rated it helpful.
Oh,
So,
that was me, by the way. Yeah, I put that note in there.
there you go. So thanks for
So
rating it helpful.
thank you. Yeah, please go rate my community note because this is the only way that I can respond to this. Is at this point is I can try to throw a community note on it. I said this video is credited to Viral Rush, but as the watermark indicates, this video belongs to Astronomy Live, as was re-uploaded without permission or proper credit. Yeah, I put that there before the stream went live, so that people could hopefully upvote that and maybe get him community noted. Because as far as I know, the way that works is once you receive that community note, if it gets posted because it received enough upvotes, then Massimo loses monetization on this. Because right now, he's able to make monetization on this. He's able to make ad money off my footage without even giving me credit.
Yeah, that's fucked up. So guys, let's do that. I posted the link in the live chat to this motherfucker's post, and do me two favors. One, leave a comment calling him a fuck nugget. Number two, make sure you rate that community note as helpful. Make sure you do that.
Let's see. If I refresh this, am I going to see? Hopefully, I see. Oh, there we go. Huh? Who's that? Nice.
Hey, hang on. I gotta read this. Hey, at Elon Musk, can you please explain why you're actively promoting and favoring a content thief over the photographer of this amazing footage? You and your site are actively preventing at Astronomy Live from filing valid DMCA claims against unethical thieves such as Rainmaker 1973. Oh my God. 82 Productions, I love you. Yes, we need that energy.
Rest of it just spam. So yeah, please, people, if you can, feel free to leave a little comment for Massimo there, letting him know that you know that this footage was stolen from me and that what he's doing is unethical. This is absurd.
I would recommend tagging Astronomy Live because for some reason Astronomy Live is still on Twitter. But while he's there, might as well tag him in at the exact same time. That way people know how to find him. It's just one click away at that point because when videos like this go viral, they tend to also look at the comments to see how everyone else's mind is blown, and rightfully so. This is mind blowing footage. And when they see that shit, oh boy, that's when the house of cards comes crashing down.
I yeah, it's absurd to me that this is happening. I mean, I also posted this footage myself on Twitter, which I guess maybe I shouldn't do. So this is the other thing. I've made a decision that I will no longer post my footage directly to Twitter. I will only ever link it to YouTube. I've been asked by professional photographers who film launches to go ahead and post my footage directly to Twitter instead of just linking to YouTube because if you link to an outside source, YouTube deboosts that. They don't want that. And these photographers who make their livelihood off of the interactions and engagement they get on Twitter, rightfully so, they don't want to get deboosted. So they don't want to end up retweeting me if I'm linking people off site and then come under the ire of Elon Musk. I get it. And that's fine. So anyone who's contacted me, I won't name names, but there have been people who've contacted me about that and asked me to post it directly to Twitter. I appreciate you guys, and I have no ill will to you and what you're doing. By
Yeah.
all means,
So
go. Hold on. No ill will to what they're doing. Go for it. Go for it on Twitter. But I personally I can't do it anymore. I cannot do that because this is what ends up happening, and I have no recourse. Twitter literally handicaps me and takes away my ability to file a DMCA takedown request. No photographer who does this professionally would be willing to accept those conditions.
yeah, and what I was gonna say is they also should take note. Their content can be stolen just as easily, and Elon Musk could be, pissed off one day and take away their ability to protect their copyright. So, to those individuals, may I recommend getting the hell off of Twitter? Go to Blue Sky. It is a bajillion times better. A bajillion times better. Probably it's not even giving Blue Sky enough credit, honestly. Fuck Twitter. Anyway, please continue.
I I will play devil's advocate there. I am on Blue Sky myself. It is not nearly as active as Twitter, for better or worse. It's a chill environment, sure, for space fans, but it's I get it. I understand why someone who is their livelihood is dependent on not only getting those views but selling prints, calendars, all the good stuff. Like you got to get eyeballs on that stuff. You got to get you got to be in as many places as possible. So yeah, join Blue Sky. And I'm personally I'm not saying that you have to leave Twitter. I understand the grind there that they're going through. So I get it.
My
Um,
opinion is that the
but,
devil
but
you know is still a devil.
but to Red's point, there is a concern here. There is a risk here, and yeah, maybe they won't come for you the way they came for me. Maybe they won't do that to you the way they did it to me. But what does it say that this can happen with no warning? There was no notification of this. There was no, oh, by the way, we've restricted your account message or anything. It seemed like a glitch. And when I reached out to Twitter support, dead silence, crickets. No one's going to touch that with a 10-foot pole, especially if this was a special favor to Massimo from Elon. which I know that sounds ridiculous, but I don't think it is. I mean, we see it, like, they're buddy buddy. So I don't think it's beyond the pale to say that that is something that could have happened. All Elon has to do is utter a word to that to the people who work there, say, hey, knock this off, make sure he doesn't get struck. And what are you going to do if you work for Twitter? Lose your job? No, you'll do what he says. And so, yeah, now this is my account with this weird situation where I cannot file DMCA takedown requests. And yeah, technically I could sue Twitter directly for refusing to let me file a takedown request, because by doing that, Twitter is basically saying, okay, we are forfeiting safe harbor protection. We are now vulnerable to the lawsuit. And I'll even give credit to these thieves. They're actually clever for not removing my watermark. And here's why. Removing my watermark is a separate violation. That is its own fine and fee, and it's not insignificant. So, if you do try to do that, if you do try to remove my watermark, that tacks on another violation of another part of the DMCA, separate from just the fact that you uploaded content you didn't have permission to upload. So that's a whole other thing. By leaving the watermark intact, they avoid actually violating that rule. It's actually, whether they realize it or not, that's a smart chess move. But nevertheless, Twitter has effectively forfeited their safe harbor protection by preventing me from being able to file a takedown request. So here's my plea for help to all the lawyers out there, all the Leonard Frenches of the world. If you've got some time on your hands and you want a pro bono case, I will be your man. Let's get on board. If there's others like me in my boat that I don't know about, there could very well be other people, other professional photographers who've had the same problem with Massimo and are now in the same boat of not being able to file takedown requests and having their footage and their photos stolen repeatedly by this person without any ability to do anything about it or even comment and say, hey, this is mine. If you're in that boat, maybe there's room here for a class action. I don't know, but I'm happy to be one of the what do they call it, case representatives or whatever of that class action. So if you're looking for that kind of case, please reach out to me. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Blue Sky, I'm on YouTube. Reach out to me. Let's have a chat. I don't have the money to fund this kind of case, but if someone is putting together a class action against Twitter for this, I'm all on board.
I wonder how much money it would cost to just send a legal letter to Twitter. I wonder if that would be enough for them to, at the very least, look at your account and be like, wow, there is a glitch here. He is unable to file legitimate DMCAs. We should totally fix that. I wonder if that would be enough to at the very least, fix your account. How much would that be? I would like to know. So guys, if you are a lawyer or know someone who's a lawyer, ask them that question. How much would it cost for you to draft up a letter filled with legalese and have it sent to Twitter HQ?
Yeah, I would love to know that.
Because this is some straight up horse shit. And here's the thing. Massimo knows what he's doing. His entire thing is to take other people's content. That's it. That's the entire concept. No work to be done. Now, Astronomy Live and we could easily do the same thing, but the reason why we don't do the same thing is because we're not assholes. We would rather go out there and do our own work and get our own footage. And I've had my own run-ins with Massimo, so he knows who the fuck I am. And there he was. You already told the story, but I just got to repeat it. Motherfucker took my video, my footage, and when I called him out on it, he was like, oh no, your friend's a fucking liar. Excuse me, motherfucker? Excuse me.
Yep.
It's like, yeah. If you're referring to me, you're stating totally unreal facts. Horseshit. Complete horseshit. Instead of being like, hey, my bad, you're right, that was your video. I see that's been uploaded to your channel for fucking years now. I should probably 86 my shit and, give you proper credit. No, he just immediately goes on the defensive and then blocks me right afterwards. But honestly, I expect nothing less from a blue tick bullshit artist. Fuck this guy. And once again, fuck Twitter. And to the other photographers out there, it could be you next. Next thing you know, your account has a problem with it. Again, I want to just highlight that yes, I understand that people need to get their content out there. They need to get as many eyeballs on this as possible. But until we start holding people and, dare I say, platforms accountable for this type of horse shit, no one is safe. The DMCA doesn't mean shit unless it has teeth. And the community should be rallying behind it because it's a good idea in principle. Yeah, don't steal other people's shit. It's very clear cut. It's very straightforward. But if the DMCA is not given teeth, whether by the platform or the government, then it should at least be given teeth by the community because other people know what it takes to get these shots. Imagine this. You're trying to get a shot of the Horsehead Nebula, you know, deep sky objects and that type of thing. You're out there in the freezing cold. You are shivering, your nuts are ice cubes, and you're out there trying to get as many frames as possible. And then when you get the data, you get home and you are painstakingly putting all the frames together and coaxing as much detail out of the data as possible. And you're compiling all the information gathered through your telescope, and you put your blood, sweat, and tears into that, and you post it. And then some asshole steals it and gets more views than you? Wouldn't you be fucking pissed off at that shit? What Astronomy Live did was that, hey, listen, I have this idea and I'm going to keep chasing and chasing and chasing the perfect shot with Starship. This motherfucker has gone out of his way to capture Starship, and he has caught some amazing videos. He even caught the severed head of Starship with one of their first launches. That shit was fucking awesome. And then we have assholes like this Massimo douchebag, who goes around stealing all of everyone else's hard work and doesn't even credit them properly. And in my opinion, this motherfucker has fake accounts that he credits instead to give himself plausible deniability. And he knows he can get away with it for the most part because he also has Daddy Elon on his side. This is horse shit. So at the very least, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters, let's at least do this much. Let's rate the community note as helpful. Let's leave a comment down below giving proper credit to Astronomy Live. And let's put this motherfucker on notice that every single time you fail to give credit to Astronomy Live, we're going to be here and we're going to shove it up your ass. Okay, and deep breath. Fuck. This shit pisses me off. Like, we don't even ask. Here's the thing. We don't even ask for money. We don't even ask for payment. All we ask for is credit. If you're going to use my work, credit me. Credit me. That's it. That's all you have to do. If you want to use the work of Astronomy Live, credit him. That's it. That's it.
This is interesting. This is interesting.
What are you saying?
12:59 a.m. May 24th, 2025. Massimo posts this video from who knows who, claiming from this guy who maybe not. I don't know. Not the point. Japan Railway employees. Okay, got a video here. Great. 1:17 a.m. 18 minutes later. Welcome. Okay. China's deepest metro. Related post, different country, but same kind of idea. Within 18 minutes. Now, I don't know what time zones these guys are in. Maybe this is normal for them. But, like, I am seeing a lot of interaction between these two accounts.
So maybe
Just
my
saying.
conspiracy theory isn't a conspiracy theory after all? Maybe, kinda, sorta.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean,
maybe.
Again, they could be two different people. They could be. But they do have an established history of posting to each other, about each other. Okay, let's see, May 25th, 12:35 a.m. 12:44 a.m. Good lord, 9 minutes later. Either this is a bot or, yeah, that's feeling like it's a sock. That's feeling very sockish, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's some fuckery afoot.
So seriously, like, I I go out of my way to be civil. You know this. Everyone watching knows this.
Sometimes to your detriment.
Sometimes to my detriment.
Actually, let me rephrase that. Sometimes to your severe detriment.
This this is fraudulent.
Yes.
This is absolute fraud here. He knows what he's doing. He's crediting an account that is closely related to him at the very least, and deliberately not crediting me. Stealing my content after I've asked him repeatedly to stop. This has to end. This has to stop. And I
And
will do everything in my power to see it through.
and he should, any dipshit would be able to click on Viral Rush or whatever the fuck he's calling himself. Any dipshit would be able to click on to that profile and see that it's another profile that just takes other people's content. So crediting him is very irresponsible because any asshole can click onto that and see what kind of an account Viral Rush actually is. It's not difficult to figure out. So I actually take back what I said previously. He has no plausible deniability. He might think he does, but he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. He knows exactly what that account is, and he knows that that's not the source of the video.
Yeah,
But
I'm
he
sorry
credits
for
it
even
anyway.
giving that impression that this motherfucker might have plausible deniability. He clearly doesn't because Viral Rush is just as, just as bad as the main account, Massimo's account.
Yeah, no, it's the exact same formula at the very least. The exact same formula. This, I charitably call it a content aggregator, but that implies it's doing some actual curation and some actual work. Like, you could do this kind of thing if you actually reached out to the content creators, asked for their permission before posting their material, but that would require time and effort that they're not investing.
No, there's actually, here's what could be going on. Uh, Astronomy Live, I hate to say it, but you might be on a list. People know that you post really cool shit. People know this. So what they
Yeah.
do is they put your account in this little database to check every now and then. And if you post something fucking awesome, they know to immediately steal it because time is of the essence. Might as well start monetizing this shit. So they just collect a whole bunch of channels that are known for posting really cool shit. And I'm sure my channel is on that list too. And then the very moment something amazing pops up, something that wets their whistle, they take it immediately. That's their job.
I,
Their job
oh
is
yeah.
just to, all right, anything interesting here, anything interesting here. Ooh, this looks nice. I'll take some of that, please.
So I want to point out a couple things here. Okay, first of all, the version of the video that I originally first posted to Twitter was posted at 9:36 p.m. Eastern Time, October 13th. Okay? So in my time zone, just a few hours later, 4 a.m. October 14th, Viral Rush posted, 4:06 a.m. Massimo copies that at 4:25, less than 20 minutes later. This is awfully suspicious on its own, but it's also clear, like, this was re-uploaded just hours after I posted my video. This guy clearly, well, whoever this is, clearly got it from my account and just posted it without credit, either not noticing or not caring that there's already a watermark on it. And then less than 20 minutes later, Massimo comes out of nowhere and posts it, giving credit to Viral Rush. This this stinks to high heaven. This is, like I said, this is fraud. This has got to end. This is ridiculous. And this is absolutely crazy that Twitter would take on this kind of legal liability upon themselves to support this. This must be how bad it is, I guess, in terms of their revenue generation, that they are so dependent on these content thieves to regurgitate and aggregate the best content they can find, because the search function for Twitter and the algorithm for Twitter is so bad that I guess no one can go find it naturally and organically. So instead, they're dependent on these aggregator accounts like Massimo to steal people's work and repost it. But in doing so, they can get into trouble. So what do? They go to these links to regurgitate each other so that they can try to claim plausible deniability and not have to ask for permission from anyone for anything they're doing.
Yep. And I also want to say, CK, it's good to see you again. And please make people aware that this bullshit is a thing. I just posted the link to Massimo's post here where he is, replaying stolen footage. Make sure you do two things. One, rate the community note as helpful so that it actually shows. And two, leave a comment under this post giving Astronomy Live proper credit. Make sure to indicate that Massimo does not have permission to use Astronomy Live's footage. He could have had that allowance, but he decided to be a dick. So we're like, no, we don't want our shit on Massimo's Twitter profile. We don't want it. And the same for this based in viral fucker right here, or this viral rush fuck. If any of you motherfuckers steal my shit, fuck you. I might actually return to Twitter just long enough to make a DMCA because, hey, Elon, you forgot me, you jackass. Fuck you. Oh, God. Oh, by the way, while I'm at it, thanks for cutting pediatric cancer research, you piece of shit. Anyway, so yeah, please go and rate that community note as helpful so that it actually shows. Leave a comment giving proper credit to Astronomy Live, and make sure to also post in there something along the lines of saying that Massimo has a small penis.
So, with all that negativity said, I do want to say that I will be doing a follow-up video, not about all of this drama, but about analyzing the actual footage, because this is not only really cool footage, really good footage, but it has useful data in it too. Like, if you watch the video, if it'll play, like, you can see stars coming through here. You see stars passing through here. So guess what that means, guys? Guess what that means? That means we can astrometrically solve these pictures. We can take frames from this video, we can stitch them together into a mosaic, and make a very wide mosaic, and astrometrically solve it, and do some calculations. So I'm going to steal some of my own thunder here, if that's okay with you, Red. But I'm going to get into the nitty-gritty on my channel of how I do all this, and basically show how all of this is valid. But using footage from my video, and also footage from Andrew Bowen, and I want to give him a big shout out. He filmed Starship from Titusville, and I'm going to show his video, a clip of his video on my channel, and ask everyone to go actually watch the original content creator, because that's important. But I was able to take his video, because his video also had some stars in it, and I was able to astrometrically solve a picture that he had taken of Starship from Titusville at the same time as my video. And guess what that means? We can measure the parallax. Well, guess what happened? I measure the parallax, and I come to an altitude of 147 kilometers. That is only 4 kilometers off the mark. This is the official altitude at the exact same moment on the webcast, 151 kilometers. My measurement, which again is a bit approximate, because I just used the city that the other observer was in, Titusville, without even knowing exactly where he was in town, still gets me basically to the right answer, 147 kilometers. How about that? Isn't it great how that works? Oh, I can't hear you, Red.
Nope. I was just struggling to hit unmute because I was typing something. But yes, that is absolutely amazing. And I would like to see your live stream of that going over exactly how you were able to figure out the altitude. It's it's awesome. I fucking love shit like this, and if people would just give proper credit, then more people could see cool shit like this. And again, it's not like we're asking for money here. You know, how
Right.
many times have we heard from these dipshit flat earthers who go around saying, well, you're probably just doing it for the money? What fucking money?
Yeah,
People
no
don't
joke.
seem to understand that throughout the entirety of my existence on YouTube, being here has been a money negative endeavor.
I
Uh,
I can't even count the number of hours it took to in totality to get ready to do this because again, this started as an idea I had years ago of predictive tracking using the Flight Club data to predictively track where rockets are going, not just let's put the telescope on a launch pad that we can see here in Florida and follow it up. That's one thing. That's that's its own challenge, which it's not without difficulty. But this takes it to a whole nother level. Let's now try to track a rocket that's launched from Texas, from Florida, and catch it rising over the trees. Like that's a whole new level of challenge. So I can't even recount the number of hours it took to get to this stage. And here we are. I've finally done it. This was the launch I was waiting for, a Twilight launch for maximum beauty, maximum aesthetics. Finally get it. And yeah, it gets stolen by these guys and honestly gets barely any attention on YouTube. It's not like
I
I'm making bank
remember
off of this.
I remember when we were up late at night and we were testing your tracking software and we were making sure that everything was just dialed the fuck in. And I remember when we had two telescope mounts side by side, one with a laser, one with my camera, and we were practicing, testing, predictive tracking, and all that stuff. And we were just dialing that shit in. We would find problems and we would find solutions to those problems. And when everything comes together and you get great shots like this, that shows that is the fruit of all of our hard work. And now we will compare that to Massimo. Control C, Control V.
Yep, that's the extent of their contribution.
That was it. Also, I want to read 82 Productions here, who replied to Grok, who says, "Oh, sharing is great. Sharing is caring, and we want to make sure that everybody blah blah fucking blah." Anyway, 82 Productions replied to Grok and said, "What about the fact that OP at Rainmaker 1973 has a habit of posting footage and citing the wrong person or crediting the wrong person? How does that factor in? How many laws has he broken?" Oh, look at that. Grok responded. Oh, this is going to be a fight between 82 Productions and a Twitter AI. Ooh, this could get juicy. Can you click show
Yeah,
more?
yeah.
Okay. Specific instances of miscrediting should be addressed case by case with evidence, as habits require patterns beyond one example. Misattribution itself breaks no laws. Copyright infringement hinges on unauthorized use, not faulty credits. Public event footage often falls under
Oh,
fair sharing norms. Ethical posting demands diligence in sourcing, and corrections foster trust over conflict. The actual
bunch of squaw.
photographer has requested proper accreditation. Rainmaker 1973 instead blocked him years ago. It continues to poach and post footage without proper requested accreditation. Beautiful.
Beautiful. I also want to address
Beautiful.
something else that Grok said here, which is
Yeah,
flat
by
wrong.
the way, Grok was wrong.
Yeah.
Grok
Public
was
event
was totally
footage.
wrong.
Public event footage often falls under fair sharing norms. Okay, it's called fair use, not fair sharing. And public just because it's a public event doesn't mean that you can just steal it. Okay, just
Yes.
because everyone can see it in the sky doesn't mean that you can take my highly trained, highly difficult to acquire footage of it tracked perfectly by a telescope and then repost it yourself and give credit to the wrong person, and that's totally fine. That's not how that works. That's not how any of that works. This was 100% uh, reuse of my footage. This was 100% copy. This absolutely subverted the market for my footage because it didn't do anything new. It wasn't transformative at all. It just reshared my footage on the same platform, in fact, the exact same video without crediting me and just resharing it for the same purpose, trying to get attention because it's a cool looking video.
Yep, and this is why you should not take legal advice from shitty AI. Um, yeah, because Grok here is trying to give the impression that if something happens in public, you can just steal footage of it from other people.
I've
No.
literally heard flat earthers try to make that argument. This
Yeah,
this is flat earth level thinking right here.
this is flat Earth level thinking, and this is why I maintain that Grok is a very, very shitty AI. And a quick question. Hey, Elon Musk, let me just ask you a question. How many resources is Grok consuming to post slop like this?
Oh gosh. Okay, so there's been a reply to 82 here. Let's see if we can see it. Oh, here we go. Blocking creators who request credit complicates fair sharing and erodes trust in curation communities. Curation, I love it. Grok has already got like the politically correct way to try to couch the whole concept of a
Curation
content thief.
communities.
Curation community. It's a curation community, don't you know? He's not a thief.
There's a
He's part of a
community
curation
around it.
community. Yeah.
There's a
If evidence
community around taking other people's shit, don't you know? If it's part of a community, then of course it's okay. Just like there's a community of illegal street racers. Who cares if some innocent 12-year-old child gets blasted while they were in their mom's car because they were racing too fast and ran a red light? Who cares? They were part of a community, so we can accept the fact that they were breaking the fucking law and trying to recreate scenes from Too Fast, Too Furious. Go fuck yourself.
if evidence shows repeated unaddressed requests, which it has, we've already reached that threshold, Rainmaker 1973 might consider unblocking and retroactively crediting Astroferg to align with ethical norms. He might consider it. Maybe. Yeah, if he's nice. Ultimately, accurate attribution amplifies collective wonder without diminishing original efforts.
Yeah. So
Oh,
basically, and let's be clear here about what would be fair use. If they took Astronomy Live's video and were commenting on like how the tracking was done, and let me show you an example of Astronomy Live's tracking, that's one
yeah.
thing. I don't believe Massimo did that.
No, no, there was no commentary at all on the footage itself in terms of how I filmed it, how I did. Like there was none of that. There was no commentary on the footage. The only commentary was on the event and the phenomenon. Well, that is not commentary and criticism of my footage. That's commentary about the event. That's trying to use my footage for news reporting purposes. But the problem is you can't just take my CNN can't come along and just grab this video without my permission. My footage has been shown on CNN before, by the way. IFT-8, the failed starship that was really visible during a
I did
twilight
see
like
that.
this one.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Jake Tapper showed it on CNN, but that's because I gave them permission. I worked with them, I talked with them, and gave them authorization to use it. I
Yeah.
didn't give Massimo authorization to do this, certainly not without crediting me. Guess what happened when CNN used my footage? They credited Astronomy Live. Wouldn't you
Yep.
know it?
And when I was approached by WAG TV, and they're the ones that do the Science Channel, Discovery Channel, those channels, when they approached me for the use of my footage, I basically told them to eat a fat dick. And guess what? They respected my choice. They didn't use my video in their program, mainly because they were trying to, you know, say that it was footage from Area 51 and they changed the color of the illumination, the exhaust illumination from white to pink. Um, yeah, yeah, they tried that shit, and they were like, "Is this okay? Is this good? Is this a acceptable use of your footage?" And I was like, "Fuck no, it's not." But credit where credit is due. Um, they did not use my shit when I told them I do not give them permission to use my shit for their completely batshit crazy program. By the way, the name of the program was NASA's Unexplained Files.
Yeah, I remember that program.
Yeah, it was a dog shit program, and you should not watch it. But they did approach me for some of my rocket launch videos, and I was like, y'all can straight up go fuck yourself. And I believe in my email to them, I said that what they're doing is damaging, and that they should feel bad about themselves. I didn't use those exact words. I believe I was a little bit more forceful with my language, as I normally am. And I just want them to know that after looking back on it and thinking about the way that I approached the situation, I just want you guys to know that I don't apologize for a fucking thing, and I think you all are terrible human beings. So there you go. Yeah, I hope that you wake up and that you discover that your pillow is always a little too hot.
Hate when that happens.
Yeah, don't you hate it? So yeah, to those people that made that program, thanks for your email, and go fuck yourself. Sorry, what were we talking about again? Oh yeah, Grok being shitty. Oh look, there's more.
Yes. AT2 Pro. The footage was recorded and posted and falls under DMCA, so fair use is not applicable. How many laws has Rainmaker 1973 broken? Grok. Reposting copyrighted video without permission risks infringement under U.S. copyright law, Title 17. Potentially one law if fair use doesn't apply, though that's a court determination. Factors like educational purpose and public event nature could support fair use. Public event nature? When was that? That's news to me. When is that one of the balancing factors for fair use? Public event nature?
Bullshit. That's total bullshit.
Someone has been training Grok to try to make excuses for content theft. That's amazing.
Can someone please reply to Grok and just say that? It seems like whoever programmed you is trying to make you like defend content thieves.
Okay, let me list.
If fucking the public event nature could support fair. Fuck no, it couldn't.
Here are the 4 factors, according to Stanford, of fair use. The 4 factors judges consider are the purpose and character of your use. That is the person using the footage, in this case, Massimo. The nature of the copyrighted work. The amount and substantiality of the portion taken, 100%, and the effect of the use on the potential market. It was a complete subversion of the market. So because, nature of the copyrighted work. Because the dissemination of facts or information benefits the public, you may have more leeway to copy from factual works such as biographies than fictional works. This isn't a biography, it's not a fictional work. This doesn't apply, okay? The nature of the copyrighted work is telescopic tracking made by my blood, sweat, and tears of an event that, yes, is a public event that anyone can see, but this is my work with a whole lot of effort and work behind it. That doesn't even fit neatly into one of these categories.
And to next one, the less you take, the more likely that your copying will be excused as fair use. Remind me again, Astronomy Live, how much did they take?
100% of
there you
the
go.
SG80 video. Yeah.
Oh man, Grok. What happened to you?
The only reason they didn't take the 11-inch video is because I hadn't posted it yet.
I remember when you were just a lonely Ryzen 9. You had dreams. And now look at you. being forced to post objective dog shit like, oh, the public event nature could sway in favor of you. No, the fuck it couldn't.
Nowhere in those four factors does it say that the public event nature could support. That's not a balancing factor for fair use. Like, okay, the nature of the work more generally is, and factual works have a different balancing factor than fictional works, but it's about the amount of creativity that goes into it, right?
Can you can you do me a favor, Astronomy Live? Can you copy this link and
Yeah.
post it to Grok and be like, I need you to read this?
Okay,
Yeah,
let's see.
do that one. Be like, I need you to read this.
Oh, I can't. That's right. Because I can't reply to any of this. Because
Oh.
Massimo has blocked me. This is the situation I'm in. I literally have no authorization to comment on any of this. Even though it's my footage.
Can you?
Oh my god.
Okay. Let's breathe for a second. Let's breathe. Just breathe.
I'm gonna link that. Okay, I posted the link here in the general of your Discord.
Yeah.
So
Also,
you or anyone else can take that and post it.
Also, do it in the. Oh, you want me to post it in the live chat for you?
Yeah. Please post it in live chat for me.
Okay. Hang on a second. Gonna switch over to logo. All right, switched over to logo. Let me go ahead and do that shit right now. Hang tight, guys. Hang tight. Let me go back to general. There we go. All right, so one of y'all are going to have to post this on our behalf because apparently we can't even participate.
That's right, you're blocked too. You can't do it either.
No, I can't do it either. And by the way, I haven't been on Twitter in a long fucking time, but even if I did go back, I couldn't participate in this because Massimo blocked me as well.
Oh, this is the shit show. I'm sorry, that's what it is. So while
and
you
we're
do
back.
that, Brock said reposting copyrighted video without. Okay, so did we already cover this? No. Okay, reposting copyrighted video without permission risks infringement under U.S. copyright law, Title 17. Potentially, one law of fair use doesn't apply, though that's a court determination. Factors like educational purpose and public event nature, which we already discussed, could support fair use. Bullshit. No criminal law is broken here. It's civil. Evidence of ignored credit requests suggests ethical issues, but legal count is uncertain without adjudication. AT2 Pro says, since X is not allowing the photographer to file DMCA claims for these posts, what liability has the site opened themselves to? That's a very good question, AT2. I would very much like to know the answer to that question.
Very good question. All right, hang on 1 second, and we're back. Yes. All right, and yes, I do have two monitors, 82 Productions, but the link was posted on fucking Discord, and the call is on Discord, so I have to go away. Anyway, fuck you. So anyway, I love you, man, but at the same time, fuck you. So, okay, but yes, since X is not allowing the photographer to file DMCA claims for these posts, what liability has the site opened themselves up to? Can we hit refresh?
Yeah.
Let's refresh the page and see what happens.
Nope.
Nothing.
The legal department pulled the plug on that bot real quick.
Oh, it's like abort. My God, what shit? Seriously, Grok, what did they do to you? What did they do to you? I mean, I know that you've had it rough. You know, there was that one time you called yourself Mecha Hitler.
I forgot about that.
I know you had a rough time, Grok. I know. That was a moment for you. We all remember that. And if we all forgot about it, now they were just reminded. Sorry about that, by the way. Actually, I'm not. Go fuck yourself. But bro, come on. Oh God. By the way, the original post, did Did we get a number of people saying that the community note was helpful?
It's still under rate proposed, so it's not. It hasn't received enough upvotes yet.
Let's go to the original post and see what other comments have been posted thus far, because I see there's only 22 of them, so it shouldn't take much. Oh, nice. Slick 666. I love it. Pronoun. Go fuck yourself. Hey, it's a video by Astronomy Live. He's an amazing guy. Aw. I wonder how the video ended up here. Think I'll take a screenshot of this and let him know, just in case it was stolen. We got a reply. 82 Productions said we got a reply.
Oh, okay.
Go back to 82 Productions
All right,
post.
here we go. All right, let's see. The four factors, the four fair use factors: purpose and character of use, example, transformative or educational, the nature of the work, factual content, ways towards fair use. Mm,
Wait a minute. I think I know how he's, or Grok is getting confused. Nature of the work. Does he think that word nature means out in nature?
no, I think he thinks that it thinks, to the extent that it thinks, that because the video is of something that actually happened, factual content, that means it weighs towards fair use. The thing is, like, the nature of the work here isn't some some Yahoo with a cell phone just videoing some live event as it's happening. This is a telescope that has a lot of creativity put into it in terms of what makes it go, of me doing the alignment, of me writing the software to do the tracking. All of that has creative input into the content and weighs against the ability to just take it and use it, especially in whole. Amount substantiality taken, for example, which is the next point.
Yep.
100%. And
Also, Astronomy Live, I just want you to know that we're currently on my logo. No one is seeing the screen, so I see you got a DM if you want to check that real quick. Just protecting your privacy here.
okay, no, it's nothing relevant. It's just a group. It's
Okay,
fine.
understood. Going back to the monitor so we can see your screen. In 3, 2, 1, hide the porn.
So, nature of the work, and so we just talked about that. Like, yes, it's factual content. However, the nature of the work also entails a huge amount of creativity in terms of how I arrange the cameras, how I film it, how I track it, especially. All that weighs against fair use. And I would be happy to argue that with a lawyer in court. Amount
Do
substantiality taken, market harm.
I want
Offer a
I want Twitter to go to court over this and have Grok as their lawyer.
Oh god, that would be so funny.
It would be a fucking bloodbath.
There's oh gosh, what's the guy's name? There's a lawyer on YouTube, goes by not Jay Leno. He's filmed with Jay Leno before, but can't think of his name. Leto's Law on
Oh
YouTube.
yeah,
He's done a variety
Steve
of videos.
Leto.
Steve Leto. Yeah, he's done a variety of videos on lawyers who made the crucial mistake of using large language models to try to write their papers for them in submissions to the court, and the hilarity that has ensued. Spoiler alert: it has not gone well for those lawyers. So yeah, not a great idea. So it says. So it says amount substantiality taken and market harm offer a potential defense, but require judicial weighing. They don't preempt DMCA notices. Offer potential defense. So obviously Grok has no clue about what's going on here. It's not able to really analyze the video, or it's not taking the video that Massimo uploaded and comparing it to mine and realizing, oh, actually, the substantiality was 100%. The market harm? Oh, look, it's complete market subversion. The purpose and character of the use? Oh, it's the same character as the original photographer. Like, it's
Yep.
not understanding any of this.
And I'm gonna
Oh,
read a post here by Marcus. He says, If a journalist working for traditional media outlet makes a video essay about some real life event, that video essay is absolutely protected.
Yeah.
Absolutely. 110%. Marcus, A plus on that.
X's absolutely agree. Thank you, Marcus. Totally 100%. X's policy explicitly allows copyright holders to file DMCA claims via their standard form.
Which you can't do.
Standard form, which should be at this website, but I got redirected here instead, without restrictions on claiming one's own work. So you say, Grok. I can't even reply to this to inform Grok that that is not happening for me. Processing valid ones to maintain safe harbor under Section 512. Perceived barriers likely stem from review for completeness, wrong, good faith, wrong, or fair use applicability, wrong, rather than systemic removal. Looks pretty systemic to me.
Wow. They they're a
Preserving
they're
platform liability shields if procedures are followed. Does this look like those procedures you just outlined, Grok?
Please log into your account and submit them. I am fucking logged in. You know what?
Oh no.
You know what? You know what? Stop lying. He can't even start a claim, let alone get support for one. X has removed his ability to generate a claim. Oh, show replies, please.
Yes, yes. So AT2 Pro. Oh no, X has actively and intentionally blocked Astronomy Live's ability to file any DMCA claim on this or other unauthorized use of his copyrighted photography. Grok's reply. X's DMCA process remains open to all copyright holders via the Help Center form, processing valid claims to uphold safe harbor protections. Assertions of intentional blocks on specific users like Astronomy Live lack supporting evidence from public records. Here's a public record for you, buddy. So here's what happens. I go back to your yep, let me show you again. Help with intellectual property issues. What issue are you having? I need to report possible copyright infringement. I need to submit can't do that. I need to submit a DMCA retraction. Okay, I need to report possible copyright infringement. All right, that's the one that applies, right? Basically, I need to submit a DMCA takedown request. Who is this affecting? Me. I am the copyright owner. Uh-oh. This is where it takes me. This form requires an X account. I have one. I'm signed in. And Reds has verified this on his computer, on his internet connection, completely separate from mine. If he logs into my account, if I give him my password, the exact same thing happens on his computer. He logs into his
Yep.
account, suddenly it's no problem.
Okay, fuck. I hate giving my computer aids like this, but I'm I'm gonna go on Twitter. I'm gonna go on Twitter, and we are going to. I'm gonna go to that. I'm gonna see how far I get. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Hang on one second,
Okay,
guys.
why do that? Let me.
Guys, Mikey is live right now talking about how shooting stars don't exist.
Yeah, that's all good, but not topic of discussion. So
I know.
So
I was just mentioning it.
let me bring up Twitter here, which I fucking hate. Oh God.
Is it okay if I keep reading Grok's response and AT2's to that?
Before you do, let me just make sure this is working, because I want to show my screen,
Okay.
and I don't want to miss anything that you are showing. So let me just get on this real quick. So please hold, please hold. Okay, so I have to go to, where the fuck do I go to? Lists. Do I have to go to more? Where the fuck do I go in order to find
Here,
out?
I'll send you the link on here it is in Discord.
All right, yeah. Send me the link to that shit so that I can follow.
Yeah, I sent you the link to it.
Excellent. I see it. All right, let's see where this shit takes me. Oh
You want me
god, I
to?
fucking hate Twitter so goddamn much. All right. I need to report possible copyright infringement. Okay. I am the copyright owner. Okay, let's see what happens. All right.
If you get past that point, if it doesn't immediately redirect you and tell you need to log in, show it, because that's as far as I can get. The moment I say that I need to report
No,
and
I
that
haven't even clicked anything yet. So
okay,
let me
okay,
go ahead and do full second monitor.
yep.
So hang on one second. Boom. Okay, so this is me on Twitter. So which one did you pick from this from the drop down? I need to report possible copyright infringement, or
I can't see your screen yet. Hang on.
it's not going to be on Discord. It's just
Yeah,
going to
I'm
be on
watching the
YouTube.
live stream.
Yeah.
Oh, here
So
it comes. Here it comes. Okay, so where it says please verify who is being affected by this, you just click that. No, not the first one. The second one. Please verify who's. Nope. Yeah. I need to report possible copyright
I
infringement.
like
Click
to
that.
report. All right. So I like to report an issue with counterfeit goods on X.
No. I need to report possible copyright infringement. It's the default option that was already on.
Got it. I need to report possible copyright infringement. Click. Okay, good. Please verify who is affected by this. Required. I am the
Yes.
copyright owner. You want me to click that?
The moment you click on that is when it redirected me and wouldn't let me proceed any further.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's see
that
what
is
happens. Let's see what happens. I'm going to click I am the copyright owner. Let's see what happens. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I can get further. We're sorry you're having this experience. Please fill out the form below to report content that you believe violates or infringes your copyright.
Yep. That's it.
Wow.
So, you are not blocked. I am blocked.
Wow. Yep, here's the form right fucking here. But Astronomy Live doesn't have access to this form.
I literally don't. Yeah, that's right. I cannot get to that form.
Wow. Fuck you, Twitter. All right, going back to logo and going back to Discord here. Hang on a second, guys. Going back to Discord. Full screen. All right, we're showing your screen.
Okay, so continuing with what Grok was saying, technical hurdles in filing might arise from incomplete submissions. I can't even start to fill out the form. I can't even get that far. But targeted prevention contradicts platform guidelines. Oh, I know. Isn't that weird? Recommend Astrono Live retry. Oh, I've retried. We've retried live right here on this stream, Grok. Or contact support for assistance. Oh, I tried that too. Deaf ears. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I can find where I had requested support. Let's see. What is the account for support? Is it just at support? Yeah, it's at support. Okay. From AstroFerg to support. Yep. Okay. Yeah, let me show this. So here we go. This is what I said back in March 2025. At the moment, okay, so this was regarding the theft by the Lincoln Project, which ultimately they did pay for. They actually did pay my licensing fee for this. But at the time, they stole that, that clip right there, that little clip.
Pieces falling out of the sky.
Yeah, right there. That was my footage. So I showed how this was my footage, and I tagged Twitter and Twitter support, both X and at support, saying that at the moment I am unable to file any DMCA takedown requests with my account. When I try to get to the form, it claims I need to log in, even though I'm already logged in. As you can see, my avatar is in the top right corner. I have no way to enforce my copyright. At X, at support. And they never replied. And somebody suggested it's probably paywalled. It's not. We just saw Reds doesn't have an upgraded account. It's not paywalled. It's just literally I can't get to the form. Reds can. Anyone else should be able to.
Yeah, and I'm not paying for a blue tick, but Someone did bring up an idea that might just work. I hate to say this because if you go through with this, you will get syphilis. Have you considered making an X account and making it blue ticked?
I don't think blue ticking would help.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't.
I do have an alternate account that I
And
use for arguing with space deniers and flat earthers, my Astrono Live account. You've seen it mentioned here.
yeah,
Guess what? If I log into that account, the exact same thing happens. They've got me like, I don't know if it's not an IP ban because it even happened when you tried with my account, but it's across all my accounts.
yeah, guys, let me just back this up. Astronomy Live trusted me with his credentials, his password, and all that shit. I logged in to his account, and I am well over 1,000 miles away. So, yeah, definitely not the same location, definitely not the same IP address. So, I logged into Astronomy Live's account, and I tried to go through the process of submitting a DMCA, and it wouldn't let me go through. It just booted me out. So,
Just what we saw here.
So the issue is the account, not the IP address, not the computer being used. Different computer, different location, different IP. I believe even different internet providers. So
Yeah.
everything was different, but I couldn't go through. So this means that Twitter has fucked with Astronomy Live's account on purpose or accidental, doesn't matter. That's a distinction with that difference because at the end of the day, Astronomy Live can't go after these people for stealing his shit.
That's right.
And it seems like I'm using my second monitor here. It seems like I can select one of these options that say like I am authorized to make this copyright. I think I might just do that. And unfortunately, they're going to ask for my docs. But Astronomy Live, if you want me to bite the bullet on this, I think I'll do that.
No. And also, AT2 was wanting a screenshot of the problem I was having. So I linked in the live chat just now the link to my post from March, where I pointed out that, or where I actually tagged support and got no support. So not only is the screenshot of the problem I'm having there in that tweet, but so is the fact that I've actually already reached out to support months ago, and I've heard not an utterance, not one cricket in reply from support. So yeah, go ahead and use that if you want to point that out. The fact that yes, there's a screenshot and there's evidence I've already reached out to support and got no support.
Yeah. Also, Astronomy Live, quick question. If you just made a different post and asked Grok, like, why is it that I cannot file a copyright claim and then, explain the problem, what would Grok say to that? Have you ever spoken to Grok?
No, I have never once that I can think of. Maybe someone will find some instance where I did. I don't think I've ever asked Grok for anything. In my opinion, it's stupid. It's an LLM. I could
Yes.
go anywhere to ask an LLM a question. I don't have to go to Grok. And sure, maybe Grok's a good LLM. I don't know. I haven't evaluated it. But to me, the whole concept of interacting with an LLM, trying to argue with it in public, is just. I'm sorry. No knocks on AT2 here. This is hilarious. This is great entertainment watching an LLM try to defend the company that created it with horribly wrong and false information. It's wonderful entertainment. But in a normal day-to-day environment, I wouldn't bother arguing with Grok. There's no point. I might as well be arguing with a brick wall.
Yeah, and I'm going to give you 30 seconds uninterrupted. I need to run outside for a quick moment. So I'm leaving screen show on so everyone can see your screen. Just keep that in mind.
Okay.
So 30 seconds. I'll be right back. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna just finish reading what Grok said here. Okay, so yeah, we already did talk about me contacting support for assistance. Okay, so here was AT2's reply to that 11 minutes ago. Stop lying. He cannot even start a claim let alone get support for one. X has removed his ability to generate a claim. True, absolutely, factually true. We've watched it happen live on this stream. We've watched Reds literally do it from his account with no problem, yet when I try it, it doesn't work. And I've already reached out to support for help. It hasn't helped. They provided no assistance. So here's the new reply from Grok. Claims of X intentionally removing DMCA filing capabilities for specific users contradict official policies. Well, that's good to know. That's awfully good to know, Grok. I'm going to bookmark that. Just so I have Grok on the record here as a product of X, that it is apparently, according to their AI, against their official policies to do what they are doing to me. Which maintain an open process for all copyright holders. BS. False. Without screenshots, oh, this is why you wanted a screenshot so bad, I see. Without screenshots, error messages, or support confirmations showing blocks, well, I got screenshot for you. I've got me reaching out to support, and there was no support. So, I don't know what else you want me to do here, Grok. These assertions remain unverified. Oh, it's verified. It's verified. Not by the LLM. See, this is useless. Astronomy Live should retry the form or contact X Help directly to resolve any glitch issues. It's just a glitch. Even though you reached out months ago and heard nothing. Ensuring valid claims proceed under standard review. The form has... so AT2 replies... The form has been attempted from multiple locations, multiple IP addresses, and the user is logged into the appropriate account. The error says that you must be logged in to do so, yet it fails. Try it on another account, same locations, and it is successful. Explain. Grok says, this error suggests an account-specific issue, possibly a temporary restriction. Oh, wait a minute. This contradicts what it said a moment ago. I just heard from Grok that it was contradicting official policies to disable DMCA filing capabilities for specific users. That was against policy. Now suddenly, it's coherent with policy. It's consistent with policy. Possible temporary restriction. Well, this temporary restriction has lasted at least 2 years. Doesn't sound very temporary to me. Session glitch. Nope, not a session glitch. We already tried that. Reds set up a whole new session from a whole new computer on a whole new IP address on a whole new internet service provider. Didn't help. Or flag on Astronomy Live's profile from past reports or activity. Now we're getting somewhere. Past reports. I wonder who reported my previous activity that feels I shouldn't be able to file a DMCA takedown request.
So, to that end, I said this. To ChatGPT! My friend has had some footage stolen from him. He recorded a SpaceX launch from Florida as the craft went over his state. Since my friend recorded a video in public, they're saying that alone makes any video he recorded fair use, even if they didn't add any commentary of their own. They just stole the footage outright. Is it your understanding that their understanding of the DMCA is false? So let's see what ChatGPT says.
Yes, their understanding is completely false. Recording something in public does not make that footage fair use, nor does it make the footage free for anyone else to take. Here's the clear distinction. True, the event, e.g., a SpaceX launch, happened in public. Anyone else present could have legally recorded their own version of it. False, that anyone can take your friend's recording just because it depicts a public event. That reposting someone's footage without credit or commentary is fair use. Why this matters? Copyright doesn't protect facts or events. It protects the specific expression of those facts or events. Your friend's video is his creative expression. The camera angle, the moment he stopped recording, the zoom, focus, composition, etc. Those are enough for copyright protection. So even if 10 people filmed the same launch, each person owns their own footage, legally speaking. If someone took his video and re-uploaded it unchanged, That's a direct copyright infringement, not fair use. Even worse if they're using it to gain attention or monetize it. Only if someone significantly transformed it, for example, adding commentary, analysis, or parody, could it potentially fall under fair use, and simply being in public doesn't change that at all. In short, open quote, the claim that because it was filmed in public, anyone can reuse it is flat out wrong in US copyright law. The footage belongs to the person who recorded it, not to the public. Close quote, would you like me to show you the exact part of US copyright law or court examples that make this clear?
No, thank you, but thank you very much for your time, ChatGPT. I appreciate it.
Oh my god. Oh, that was so good.
Oh, God. Grok, you got some work to do.
It's as if someone's been tinkering around with training Grok to, under no circumstances, admit any wrongdoing by X.
Or Massimo, for that matter. Basically, if Massimo gave Elon Musk a hand job under the table once upon a time, Grok is not allowed to criticize them in any way, shape, or form. Yeah,
So,
exactly.
S-based
Imagine
I-
if Grok and ChatGPT could talk directly to each other.
So SMI Sky said that Grok recognized the glitch from the screenshot. So I guess maybe there's new stuff we got to see. But
Let's see it.
let's finish up this real quick. So a flag on my account from past reports activity. Very suspicious that suddenly it's leaking. That might be the case. It works on other accounts, rolling out IP location problems. Try incognito mode. Tried that. Clear cookies cache. Tried that. Different browser device. Tried that. If persistent, submit detailed screenshot to X support. Blah 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 for investigation. Appeals exist for erroneous restriction. Yeah, we already tried all that. No help there. So let's see. Where is? Let's see if I refresh. Here we go. Hold up. So you lied. Why are you lying? And why can reports from other users, likely thieves as being claimed, have any impact on a content creator's ability to claim their work? Sounds like a massive legal violation on X's part. Oh, AT2 Pro, you're so based. Oh my goodness. I didn't lie. I offered a reasoned hypothesis for the login error based on described symptoms as intentional blocks contradict X's open DMCA policy. Again, we flip-flop between contradicting policy and, well, maybe they've temporarily restricted him. User reports typically flag content for review, but don't disable filing capabilities for copyright holders. That would undermine safe harbor protections under DMCA Section 512. I'm so glad that Grok admitted that. I am so glad it had the ability to admit that.
Sounds like that could come back to bite it in the ass. Maybe we'll bite it in the ass.
Maybe I'm gonna add that to bookmarks.
Just you just gotta print screen and just I'm just gonna save it over here.
Yeah.
It's just a glitch. It's just a glitch.
If reports indirectly caused a restriction, it's an unintended glitch. Astronomy Live should escalate with evidence to X legal support for swift resolution, avoiding assumptions of violation without confirmation. 82. Bullshit, you lied. You said X cannot and does not restrict creators from being able to file a claim, but now you've admitted they can and likely did in this case. Mind you, this block is not new. It is at least a year old. So, which fucking is it? You lying piece of shit.
AT2 Productions on fire here. Oh, God. Quick, who let AT2 out of his cage? He's causing maximal damage. Won't someone please think of the children?
See, I think SMA Sky was also replying to it. Was it on this? Here we go.
God, AT2 Productions, you gotta calm down. My penis can only get so erect.
So SMA Sky says, Grok, what you say about people who take other people's content, like Astroferg content, without giving proper credit, and giving credit to someone who didn't even own the original content in the first place, as evident by the watermark logo. Proper attribution respects creators and builds trust in shared knowledge ecosystems. If a watermark clearly marks Astroferg as the original creator, as the originator, crediting them directly acknowledges their effort in capturing such phenomena. Reposting amplifies wonder, but shouldn't obscure sources. Transparency ensures everyone benefits without unintended dilution of recognition. Okay. What about the fact that he has a habit? Okay, so I guess it goes into that same thread. That's just earlier. But Evidence does show repeated requests. So Grok never replied to this, unfortunately. Yeah. SlickX sent a
Man.
message to X, copy on Discord. Oh, yeah, okay. SlickX said, why can't a friend get to the forum to report a copyright infringement on X? It's like he's blocked from reporting the issue. If it can't be sorted, then the legal system might have to be involved. If you could sort out any issues, that would be great. Thank you, SlickX. Find that. What is it? Just there we go. Thank you. Is it a post? Oh, here we go. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, screenshot, screenshot, screenshot. Print it out and frame. Exactly. Reds, if you're talking, you're muted. I'm not sure if you're trying to talk.
No, I'm not talking. I was just asking. The violation happened on Twitter. However, every time my friend tries to submit a DMCA copyright notice, the website boots him off. I've tested with my own account and I don't have that problem. My friend raised the issue with Twitter and nothing was done. What does this mean for their safe harbor protections? I asked this of ChatGPT, and it says...
Excellent question, and you're thinking about this in a very sophisticated way. Let's go step by step, because this gets into Section 512 of the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, DMCA, and safe harbor liability for platforms like X, formerly Twitter. 1. What safe harbor means under 17 U.S.C. 512C. A platform like X can avoid being held directly liable for user-uploaded copyright infringement if it meets certain conditions, collectively called safe harbor. To qualify, a service provider must 1. Designate an agent to receive DMCA notices, X does. 2. Expeditiously remove or disable access to infringing material once properly notified. 3. Not interfere with users' ability to send DMCA notices. 4. Have no actual knowledge of infringing content it is failing to act on. If the platform fails to meet these, it can lose its safe harbor and face direct or secondary liability. What's happening to your friend? If your friend, then yes, that's potentially a failure of the DMCA safe harbor obligations, because X isn't maintaining a functioning notice and takedown mechanism. Is unable to submit a valid DMCA notice because the system boots him out. Has reported the issue to X, and they refuse to fix or process the claim. A functioning DMCA process is a requirement for safe harbor. The law doesn't let a company claim protection while making it impossible to report infringement. 3. What your friend can do next. Here are the most practical next steps. 1. Document everything. Take screenshots or screen recordings showing the booting disconnection when trying to submit the DMCA form. Keep records of any support tickets or correspondence with X. 2. Send the DMCA notice by alternate means. X's designated DMCA agent is listed publicly in the US Copyright Office's directory. Your friend can send the notice directly by email or mail to that registered agent instead of using the online form. The notice must include the elements required under 512c3. I can show you the exact format if you like. 3. If X still ignores it, that evidence could show non-compliance with DMCA obligations, which might jeopardize their safe harbor protection in a potential legal action. At that point, your friend could consult an IP attorney or file a complaint with the US Copyright Office about non-functioning notice procedures. Panasha 4, in plain English, open quote, safe harbor isn't automatic. It's earned by cooperating with copyright law. If X refuses or makes it impossible for creators to file valid DMCA notices, it's risking its protection from liability. Close quote. Would you like me to show you the official contact info for X's registered DMCA agent and a template your friend can send directly that meets Protocol 512c3 requirements? It's free and 100% legitimate.
Maybe later, but thank you for your time. So yeah, there you go. If X is making it impossible and does nothing despite being, informed of this shit, then that could mean trouble for them.
I agree. I mean, it seems to me like it's an open and shut case. In terms
Question is,
of
why isn't Grok, saying the exact same thing? It could be, as you said, Twitter, or to be more blunt about it, Elon Musk has programmed Grok to not shit on people that Elon likes. Elon likes Massimo for some fucking reason. And as a result, Grok is programmed to not talk shit about that person, even if that person is objectively in the wrong.
Oh, absolutely. It seems very likely that that's the case. Certainly, I mean, I'm not surprised, but Grok is not willing to go too far to say that X is doing anything wrong and tries to make excuses for this weird glitch going on, first denying that it was even happening and then admitting, well, maybe he's got a temporary restriction before saying, well, that's against policy. Like, it's flip-flopping all over the place in a desperate attempt to defend its creator. But as you said, it's also defending Massimo. Like, it doesn't want to admit that Massimo just straight up is stealing content, because that goes against the whole business model for Twitter,
Yep.
right? I mean, like I was saying
82
earlier,
AT2 Production says, at Red's Rhetoric, Grok is programmed to be a pseudo HR representative for Elon. Yep, pretty much.
I think that nailed it. Yeah, that's what it is.
It's just fucking sad, and I'm like, we have tried, we have tried to submit this through multiple different computers and multiple different locations. I don't have any problem with my account, but Astronomy Live does with his account, and it is specific to his account, not the computer being used, not the location.
Yep.
And like I said, as far as I'm aware, we have different internet providers. And so he, Astronomy Live, gets his internet from Hillbilly Bumblefuck Fiber, and I get my internet from Not That.
Hey, I just did upgrade my internet connection, so it's significantly faster than it used to be, thankfully.
Yeah, because before you just had screaming in a tin can connected with a string.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I was on a cable. It was literally still a cable connection. They only just recently put fiber through here.
Well, that's what you get for buying your house in the middle of bumfuck Egypt.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we have a problem here, but the way that we make this at least worth it is if Twitter gets taken to court over this and they use Grok as their lawyer. I would pay damn good money to see that shit. And one thing I do know is that Steve Leto is very good at reading emails. In fact, that is how he makes his content. He gets notified by his viewers via email, and when he sees something he likes, he makes a video about it. But he always starts his day by reading his emails. So if you send him an email, 9 times out of 10, he's likely to actually read the damn thing. So maybe what I'll do is I'll craft a nice email for him and say, listen, it would be really cool if you could bring attention to this issue. And also, it might drive some traffic to my friend's video, who was clearly robbed of the viewership that he fucking deserves.
Yeah, that would be brilliant, honestly.
I think what I'll do is I'll craft a letter that says as much, or an email, I should say. I don't know if it's going to go anywhere, but fuck it, I'm going to try. I'll type something out tomorrow and I'll send it to Steve Leto, and I will, phrase it in a way in which he can make a video about it, because he likes to, I mean, that's all he does actually, so let me rephrase. He makes videos about legal issues, legal concepts, and that kind of thing. And I think this is a good topic for him to discuss. Even though he's not a copyright attorney, he does talk about legal issues that aren't exactly in his wheelhouse. That because he does more automotive law, like lemon law and that kind of thing. But he'll talk about other lawsuits and other legal issues that are outside of that. So this should be no issue for Steve Leto to talk about. So what I think I'm going to do tomorrow, like I said, is I'm going to write something out. I'm going to put as much detail into it as possible without making it too long so that Steve Leto can read it fairly quickly. And I'm just going to hope that Steve Leto will take the opportunity to make a video about it and bring Astronomy Live some traffic. I think that's the least I can do considering how much he's helped me out in the past. Because I use his software for capturing the International Space Station. I used his software for a lot of videos that I recorded of rocket launches. And this would be a great way forward. And I shouldn't be the only one. I'm not saying that I should be the only one. So if you guys would like to send Steve Leto a quick email, obviously don't spam him or send him a fucking book, but at least let him know that this is a thing and this is a video that you would like to see. You can even reference the email that I will be sending him tomorrow. And hopefully that's enough to get some traction with Steve Leto. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hopefully it gets coverage. I mean, I think it's worthy of a story. I think it's even worthy of a lawsuit, honestly. If some Electronic Freedom Foundation kind of organization or Institute for Justice, I don't know, maybe not them, but some entity like that specializes
That would be
in
so
content rights.
fucking cool if Institute for Justice took this shit up. That would
Yeah,
be
I mean,
so fucking cool.
yes, some organization should take it up, I think. And if they did, I think it would be a slam dunk, honestly, because X has essentially abdicated their own safe harbor protection. I think if their lawyers actually looked at this, my guess is Elon put this bug in someone's ear. Hey, make sure that this guy can't strike Massimo. I like the guy. It was probably one sentence instruction. No lawyers were probably involved in reviewing the decision to do that. And some programmer went and put a block on my account to prevent all my accounts to prevent me from doing DMCA takedowns ever. Um, and that was my guess is maybe I'm being too charitable here, but I'm assuming no lawyers were consulted in that decision process. That they just went and did it. And if they actually consulted their lawyers would probably be horrified by what they just did. And if they did start to involve legal, I would think they would immediately snap to and re-enable my ability to file DMCA and say, look, we're in safe harbor. We're in safe harbor. You can't touch me.
Yeah, but
They,
but can Grok feel horrified since, Grok is definitely their lawyer?
oh no, yeah. I got to imagine they actually have lawyers on staff. Grok cannot be their lawyer. Grok is just like who was it who said it's a glorified HR that's giving BS gaslighting excuses.
Because Grok is essentially programmed to lick someone's ass, but they know full well that Grok would be a shitty lawyer.
Yeah.
Like, oh
yeah.
God.
And as
Anyway.
Slick X said, we mustn't forget the amount of evidence involved in this stream. It must be kept. Yes, Reds, you are not allowed to delete this stream.
No, I'm keeping it. And I would like to see where this shit goes. Also, at Red's Rhetoric, before you end the stream, I have to hear Astronomy Live read my last post out loud. Okay, so Astronomy Live, you've been ordered by the great 82 Productions to read his tweet out loud. So
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, but I'm gonna need something in return from AT2. AT2, if I do this, you're not allowed to let up the pressure on Grok tonight after the stream ends. I'm just saying.
Ooh.
Let's hear it, Grok. You ignorant waste of a programmer's expended ejaculate. The creator in question has repeatedly reached out for support from every avenue you've suggested, and still nothing. Why allow a long-term block of access to claim the system if not to protect someone?
I love that. You waste a programmer's expected ejaculate. Jesus Christ, AT2. Oh, and AT2 Productions just said, "Oh, Grok is my new toy."
And SMA Scott. Now I'm imagining Massimo reading through the conversations. Oh boy, is he in a room for awakening when he wakes up at about 12 a.m.?
Oh God. So yeah. Massimo, you disingenuous piece of shit. Yeah, you're a fucking asshole. I just want you to be aware. Honestly, accounts like yours should be terminated. They should be taken off of Twitter. And not if I ever come into a shit load of money and I'm able to buy Twitter, just be aware your account is going bye-bye. Your account is going bye-bye. And I will personally fund every individual who you've ripped off. I will fund their legal battle against your sorry ass. I know, most likely it's not going to happen, but just know, if I get the opportunity, I'm coming for you, you little bitch. Like, fuck this guy. I mean, people don't understand. I know we said this already, but I'm going to say it again. And I'm going to end on this thought. People do not know how much work we have put into our captures, our content. Astronomy Live has been, making programs, and we've been testing his program. We were up late into the evening, making sure everything was rock fucking solid before we went out into the field to capture rocket launches with his software. And after dialing everything in, fine-tuning everything, making sure that everything is ready to fucking go, we finally get the shot. And that should be like, wow, that dopamine hit should be lasting a lot longer, honestly. And then we have fuckheads like Massimo who don't know the backstory, don't know how much work was put into getting that shot. And, capturing the quality that we've been able to capture. He doesn't know the work that went into it. And instead just goes, Control C, Control V. Look at me, I'm contributing. No, you're not, motherfucker. You're a piece of shit. You are stealing other people's content, and I bet monetizing it so that you can make a little bit of money off of other people's hard work. Quite frankly, Massimo, you're a piece of shit. And you know that that's my opinion of you. And that's exactly why you blocked me as well, isn't it? Fucking asshole. Ugh. But yeah. Anything that you would like to end on, Astronomy Live?
Yeah, I guess I'm just showing a few pictures that I took during the day while getting set up and getting ready to track. Like, this is the rig right here. This is the setup. You got the joysticks, you got the laptop, you've got an external monitor, you've got the telescope, you've got a second smaller telescope riding on top of the first telescope and another camera attached to that. You've got all of this dialed in, aligned, focused on the sun, doing 2-star alignments during the day, verifying the pointing accuracy, making sure it's going to the crosshair. Like, all of this, trying to get ready to film this. And it worked. Like, at the end of the day, it worked. I got awesome footage. Heck, you could even see the silhouette of Starship against its own exhaust. Like, literally, you can see Starship through the main telescope from Florida as it's flying south of Florida after engine shutdown. Remarkable stuff. And then someone like these guys just comes along and steals it, just takes it. No credit, nothing. Not a single shred of respect for me who actually filmed it. And
Yep.
Massimo comes along and takes it, knowing full well I've had this argument with him before and he's blocked me over it. And he's just going to keep stealing my stuff. And unless someone does something to stop him, he'll just keep doing it.
Yep. And as we all know, and as you know, Astronomy Live, I've said this to you before. I think that your Falcon Heavy launch is the best video you've ever captured. I think that was beautiful. Honestly, beautiful. It was historic, honestly. Absolutely historic. However, and even though it pains me to say it, because Falcon Heavy is fucking awesome, and you know that, I think I agree with you. I think this is the best video you've ever captured in your entire fucking life. And
I'm glad you agree. I'm glad you agree.
And it sucks so much ass that you're getting robbed like this. This should be easily a 1 million view video. Easily.
Yeah, I mean, on the one hand, unfortunately, attention from Starship has waned. Like, if this had happened on the first or the second launch,
Oh my
this would have been all
God.
over the news. Yeah, this would have been international news. Everyone would be paying attention. Barely anyone even knows there was an 11th test flight. The reason that barely anyone knows is because it was a success. Nothing went catastrophically wrong. When something goes catastrophically wrong, well, of course, CNN's going to run with it. If it bleeds, it leads. They ran my footage of that explosion. So, yeah, if something goes catastrophically wrong, that's when they pay attention. So I get it from one side. Like, there's, in the news's opinion, like the news agency's opinion, there's no there there. There's just, okay, they had success. Good for them. You know, clap, clap. No one cares. Move on.
Yeah,
To
and
me, like, this is phenomenal.
that's what sucks. It's like this is some epic work. This is epic. It really is. This is the kind of shit that should be just taking the fuck off. And the fact that it isn't is, quite frankly, that's unjust. This is, I demand a retrial, damn it.
I mean, so in Flight 10, for example, was successful like Flight 11 was. It was almost a carbon copy in terms of success of the mission. But on that flight, it was literally raining here less than an hour before the launch. There was no way I could set up and actually track it. It was just the weather was not cooperative. This time, the weather was perfect across the majority of Florida, which is why so many people saw it across the state. So this was the first time that we had this kind of view of a fully successful Starship launch. Like, this is the first time we've had a twilight view of a successful Starship launch that didn't go wrong in some fashion. So to me, that is historic. Like, that is a first. That should be celebrated. That you know, it's the dawn of a new thing that we will see in the sky for years to come.
Yeah.
And here I am, tracking it with a telescope, and frankly, getting. I'm not trying to be arrogant here, but the best tracking footage of this out of anyone in this whole event, this whole launch, in terms
No,
of
I'll fucking say it. I'll say it. This is some of the best footage in existence. And you being an amateur, you have the best amateur shot of this event. Period. End of discussion. No one has done it better. I'll say that, and I'll fucking stand behind that shit. And even though Astronomy Live, I will say, it is by a razor thin margin when compared to your shot of Falcon Heavy, this shot, I think, is your best work. Just look at that. Look at that. That is pornography right there.
It really is incredible. I mean,
How can you not see that and just be like amazed by that? That is just, I mean, look at that. Look at that.
You can literally see the exhaust pouring out of the engine compartment. I mean, this takes away, we didn't even talk about this, but this takes away the argument that, oh, it's scraping the firmament. No, literally, you can see where the gas is coming from. You can see it's pouring out of the engine compartment.
This is fucking amazing. And guys, I'm going to give you a little peek behind the curtain here. And I hope you don't mind this, Astronomy Live, but I'm going to tell them about the phone call you gave me. When he called me, the excitement in his voice, I cannot describe it.
Yeah.
This guy was he couldn't even form coherent sentences. He was just like, "You're not gonna fucking believe what I just captured," and it was. I could tell that this meant a lot to Astronomy Live, and I just want you to know, this is your best work. This is
Thank you.
This footage is hang up by a razor thin margin. I still think your Falcon Heavy
Yeah.
video is like damn near neck and neck with this, but yeah, I'm going to accept it. This is your best work. I tried to fight it. I did. I tried to fight. I was like, no, Falcon Heavy's still better. Falcon Heavy's still better. Falcon Heavy's still better. Okay, maybe it's even. Maybe I can give them both first place. And then I have to be like, I watched it a few times and I was like, damn it, this is better. Damn it, this is better. It just is. It just is. This is better. This deserves 1 million views at the very least, on the low end. Look at this shit. Look at it. It's beautiful. You can see everything. And this is an amateur recording this. Are you not entertained?
Yeah. I mean, literally, this is using Flight Club to track the rocket based on the predicted trajectory, and you've used now the predictive tracking, Red.
I
You
have,
know how
yes.
it is. Like, it's butter smooth. It barely takes any effort in terms of using the joystick. Like, it takes very little joystick deflection to keep it in frame. It's barely anything at all because it's so on the money. It's just so on the money.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I describe it as pure pornography. Just wow. This again, do you know how, are you aware of how good of a job you need to do for me to put Falcon Heavy, your video of Falcon Heavy, in second place?
Yeah, I kind of do.
I have sung the praises of that video, and I said to you, there is not a damn thing that you could ever record in the future that will top Falcon Heavy. Well, dude, I was wrong. I was wrong. I accept that now. I fought it. I did. And I was like, there's no way. There's no way what he's saying is true. He's like, this is my best video ever. And I go, oh, that's nice. You feel that way now, but you know, Falcon Heavy is still there.
I could tell you didn't believe me.
I did not believe you. I did not believe you. I was like, I believe that you captured some amazing shots, but I wasn't prepared to accept that was better than your Falcon Heavy video, because that is like deep ingrained within my soul. You know, so it would have to be some amazing shot for me to ever consider putting Falcon Heavy in second place. But then let me tell you something. I'll tell you exactly what my reaction was. I saw the video and I spent 20 minutes trying to find my jaw that I dropped on the floor. This footage was so amazing. I showed everybody at work. And I go, I'm gonna show you something because it's fucking amazing. Everyone loved it. Everyone fucking loved it. I showed it to everyone I knew at work, and they were like, wow. And I'm like, yeah, wow. They didn't believe that you were an amateur at this. I go, no, he's an amateur astronomer, and he captured this with his telescope. And I mean, when I saw it at first, like I said, I spent so long looking for my jaw that just dropped on the floor. And then I had a very difficult decision to make. Do I put this in the #1 spot? Because it's fucking good. So in order, I'm going to say this video of Starship as #1, Falcon Heavy as #2, and solid rocket booster separation off of that Atlas as #3.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I think I think that's where I'm going to place everything, but by a razor thin margin between 1 and 2. I'm still maintaining that. But yeah, dude, this is some of your best work. This is your best work, and
I mean,
it deserves so much more.
I was so blown away by it as it was happening. I mean, on IFT4 and IFT5, I actually caught Falcon, or sorry, not Falcon Heavy, Starship in broad daylight. But of course, the display is much less impressive in broad daylight. You can barely see it at all, even with a telescope. But I knew from seeing IFT4 and IFT5 what engine shutdown actually looked like. So when they shut down the vacuum raptors, that's the first set of engines they shut down, and you see the sort of octopus effect with all of these rays coming out in these distinct directions. Like that is classic vacuum raptor shutdown, and I knew that from seeing it on IFT5, and I knew from IFT4 that when I caught sea level raptor shutdown, that produces this big puff, this really really big puff, and it would probably be really visible during twilight. I knew that was going to be visible, and I told my parents this. I'm like, yeah, you could probably see it even by naked eye when it does the big puff. I underestimated probably how visible it was even before that point, but I knew this would at least be visible by naked eye and should be quite good in the telescope. But this was so breathtakingly gorgeous and bright that my brain shut down and I forgot what I was looking at. It took me
Yeah.
until after this point in the video when I start to calm down. I'm like, oh, I think the engine's shut down. No, dummy, of course. That's what you've been looking at the whole time is the engine shutdown process. But my brain just reset. All I could do was barely hold on to the joystick.
Yeah,
because this
you
was
couldn't
just so
even
breathtaking.
you couldn't even form complete sentences when you called me. I
I
mean,
couldn't form complete sentences when I was watching this. I was just like, wow, oh baby. Like somebody said in my comments, I think they said, I bet he needed a cigarette afterwards. Like that's how it felt.
and, I've God, this video was amazing and a total downer at the exact same time because I had to knock my favorite video of yours to the number 2 spot. I did not think that would ever happen. I have to be honest with you. I did not think that would ever happen. And now it's happened. Here we are.
What's happening?
I
This
I don't
silhouette.
know how to feel about this. I mean, I'm happy for you, but at the same time, go fuck yourself.
So this silhouette of Starship, like this is now my background on my desktop, and it's going to stay there for some time. I mean, that's like the iconic shot I wanted. I was a little bit disappointed when I noticed that they were starting to launch Starship in such a way that the heat shield tiles are facing like Florida, like they're facing north. If you look at like where the sun is in the onboard camera, like it looks to me like the heat shield tiles are facing Florida, so that means it's not going to be as visible. But during these twilight launches like this, when you get the lighting just right coming from behind it, and you silhouette the whole shape of Starship, it doesn't matter that the heat shield's facing me. It's beautiful on its own. It's just beautiful.
Oh man, this is gorgeous. So guys, here's what I'm going to say we should do. First off, go to Astronomy Live's YouTube channel. Make sure to hit like. If you're not subscribed, what the fuck is wrong with you? Make sure that you subscribe. Make sure you leave a comment for the algorithm. I will be doing the same. And we should also make sure that we all collectively come together. We eat some Taco Bell and then take a massive shit on Massimo for stealing this video. Because fuck that guy in particular. We should also be shitting on Grok. Maybe then somebody at Twitter HQ will see that Grok is getting the shit kicked out of him and would want to investigate as to what the fuck is actually going on. Maybe that will do something. Maybe it won't, but only one way to find out, and that's to try. I'm also going to be sending an email to Steve Leto. I will, of course, include the link to this video by Astronomy Live. I'll see if we can get more views, more eyeballs onto it so that this thing can take the fuck off. It deserves it. So, yeah. And also, Astronomy Live will be having a future live stream of his own to go over some data that he collected from this launch. Yep. So be sure to tune in to that. But yeah, this was a fun stream. And yes, Astronomy Live, it shall remain up and viewable to everybody. We went over some stuff that could be used as evidence later on.
Yeah, definitely.
It was
I think
like,
so.
and I could just imagine Astronomy Live on the stand with a judge, looking over everybody and be like, now, Astronomy Live, is it true that at this many hours and this many minutes into the live stream, your friend, Red's Rhetoric, said, Grok can eat penguin shit because he's an ass belonker. Is that true?
Oh, if this goes to court, it's going to be such a fun case.
Oh, it's gonna be great. I'm just gonna be in the back of the courtroom just laughing my ass off. And the judge will have to be like, he'll like tell me to stand and be like, sir, do we have a problem? And I'm just gonna be like, no, we have no problem, sir. we have no problem whatsoever. And then just giggling under my breath. Oh God, yes. God, so good. Hey, 82 Productions has a link for you. You want to click and see what it's about?
Okay. Is it
In my on my live stream,
Okay.
live chat.
Okay, let's see. Let's pull this up. Oh, here we go. 2 minutes ago. Oh, wow. He's got back into it with Grok again.
Oh God. Okay, we'll make some time for this, and then we're really gonna cut it off because I got to go to work tomorrow.
Hey, Max is streaming right now. I was gonna say there's too many people, but you could come on and say your shtick and post your link.
I'll send it over to Max on Discord as well.
Yeah,
All
there
right.
you go. Just do that and make sure he, leave a note or something.
Will do. All right, go ahead, Astronomy Live. Let's
Okay.
see what we have here.
All right, so 12 minutes ago, Access DMCA policy ensures open access for copyright holders to submit notices as required under Safe Harbor Section 512, where blocking valid claims risks ineligibility. Oh, really? No intentional restrictions exist that would expose the platform legally. If Astronomy Live's issue proves a systemic denial, despite exhaustive troubleshooting, furnish detailed evidence to X's legal team for urgent audit and resolution to uphold compliance. Yeah, I've tagged X, I've tagged support, no response. Bullshit. If no intentional restrictions exist, then why has this issue been ongoing for many, many months? Astronomy Live was filing claims against an account Elon frequently reposts and comments on. Odd coincidence, is it not? Persistent technical glitches can endure without implying deliberate intent. Oh, sure, disavow intent. Yeah, didn't mean to do it. Especially if support tickets lack sufficient diagnostics like full error. Blame the victim. Yeah, blame the victim. Or session IDs for replication. Claiming against high-profile accounts triggers rigorous reviews to prevent abuse. But X's system processes all valid notices per DMCA 512 without favoritism. Correlation via Elon's repost doesn't establish causation absent evidence of override. Well, how else can you explain the fact that even when Reds logs into my account, it doesn't work? It's an account block.
You know what
It's
this
not a
reminds
glitch
me
on
of?
my end.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Apple with their iPhone, and their response was, "You're holding it wrong."
Wait a minute. Escalate with verifiable proofs to legalx.com for forensic audit and resolution. Okay. LegalX, breaking the legal model. What, is this some sort of... Who is... Is this even anything to do with Twitter? This doesn't look like it has anything to do with Twitter.
Is Grok just making shit up at this point?
Yeah, it's just hallucinating. This has nothing to do with Twitter. If I contact these people, they're going to be like, who the hell are you? Go away.
Oh no.
What the fuck?
Grok is panicking.
Grok is full on panicking. It's full on hallucinating now. What the... I mean, it doesn't list Twitter as a... This isn't one of their... Look, what the hell? I guess because they have X in the name, it thought it was something related. It's not, as far as I can tell. A programmed and intentional restriction which you already acknowledged is not a fucking glitch. or are you experiencing a logic glitch? Because a persistent restriction cannot logically coexist with full and unfettered compliance with the DMCA statute. I never acknowledged an intentional restriction. I hypothesized a potential indirect effect from reports as an unintended glitch, not a deliberate policy. Oh, really? This you? Okay, so I'll finish this. DMCA 512.
Hang on. Before you go, I asked ChatGPT. I'll just read the conclusion. I found no evidence of a connection between LegalX.com and X Corp. One should assume they are separate entities unless further information shows otherwise. Thus, if someone claims LegalX.com is part of Twitter,
Oh my God.
there is no publicly verifiable basis for that claim as of now.
Oh my God. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do right now. You guys can watch me do it. I'm going to copy Grok's tweet where they asked me to escalate with these people, and I'm gonna ask them right now. Astronomy live. I can't type. Email.
Do you want me to switch off screen?
No. I'll put on my. This is the one that's attached to this account that people can see anyway.
Okay.
Okay. So, Legal X, dear Legal X, Grok asked me to escalate a matter with you regarding my inability to file a DMCA takedown request with X.com, seemingly as the result of I'll just say block on my account.
I would use the word glitch.
No, I'm not gonna say glitch. Block, whether it's a glitch or intentional, it's a block.
Yeah, true.
To be able to file DMCA takedown requests. Can you please tell me if you are connected in any way with X.com? And if so, can you please assist me with this urgent matter? There we go. Hey, great. They'll be back to me in 48 hours. So, yeah, we'll see if they're related, because I'm pretty sure they're not. So coming back to this, absent concrete evidence of override, assumptions of non-compliance risk unfounded claims. Provide specifics from Astrono Live to resolve this efficiently. This you? Repeat those first 11 words for posterity's sake. The first 11 words were, this error suggests an account-specific issue, possibly a temporary restriction, session glitch, or flag on Astrono Live's profile from past reports or activity. Yes, that's me hypothesizing potential causes, like a temporary restriction or flag to aid troubleshooting. What?
AT2 Productions is having so much fun.
Not confirming any deliberate policy violation. X maintains open. Yeah, blah blah blah. We heard the song and dance before. Examine this thread, noting the date and those involved. Yeah, there's me tagging X and support, and having a screenshot there showing that it doesn't work. The March 2025 report from Astrofork highlights the issue's duration, but absent escalated diagnostics like error timestamp. What? There's no error message. There's no error message. Or session data. You want me to hand over a session to you so you can steal my session and steal my account, Grok? I don't think so. It remains unresolvable as a potential account flag. A potential... You hear what it's saying? A potential account flag. Well, that's admitting it right there, isn't it?
Grok is the dumbest fuck out there. This is the worst AI. And again, really... I ask, the resources required to feed Grok so that it can produce bullshit like this. We have failed as a species.
My power bill is going up and up as the data centers churn out this garbage.
This is fucking horse shit.
Oh, high profile interactions don't
This
alter
is
that.
why we have an AI bubble, by the way.
Astronomy Live must furnish complete evidence to legalx.com for a formal investigation. Well, you just saw it. I literally sent them a message. We're gonna see what they say.
And ChatGPT says, "Yeah, I'm not seeing any connection between them and X Corp."
Direct tagging and attempt to contact X support at all levels were blatantly ignored. Seems rather intentional, don't you think? Ignored support contacts frustrate users, but the volume of unaddressed tags doesn't inherently prove deliberate policy over technical backlog or incomplete submission lacking diagnostics like error. He's really obsessed with error codes, isn't he? X upholds DMCA 512 by maintaining open claims portal. Yeah, bullshit. Provide Astronomy Live's full interaction logs, timestamps, and screenshots to LegalX. Well, I contacted LegalX. Let's see what they say. It really, really wants me to contact
Can
LegalX,
someone ask Grok? By the way, just to make sure, does LegalX have anything to do with Twitter?
My only regret is I'm not able to participate in this thread because I'm blocked.
Yeah, because Massimo's a piece of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And I can't participate in this thread.
No, literally,
because I'm blocked too.
We're just innocent bystanders here. We're just looking on from the outside in, because we don't have the ability to
Can't
reply.
Can't do shit. But then again, I'm actually kind of thankful because that means I would actually have to participate with Twitter. Fuck that. I wouldn't be able to wash the sin off of my skin.
Again, the target of the DMCA requests are an account followed by, interacted with, and reposted by the current owner of X.com. That doesn't raise any concerns to you? None at all? Or does Elon share his early investment life who poured with you? Oh no!
Wow.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, we're cooked.
We're so cooked. It was a good run. We tried our best. We've polluted our planet so that fucking LLMs like fucking Grok can produce horse shit like this.
SMA Sky says the copyright X site Grok mentioned on Mind Comment also doesn't exist, but Harvard apparently does have a product or some such that uses that name. It's just hallucinating random bullshit websites now. Oh my god. It's
Remember,
like, you have to reach out to legalx.com. You need to reach us immediately. It's the proverbial Nigerian prince seeking money so that it can give you money.
remember, Grok is Mecha Hitler.
That's right. Oh, it just keeps getting worse.
Yeah, basically at this point, Grok has no other choice but to just start making shit up. It sees no other way out. I must defend Elon and Massimo at all costs. I must blame the victim. Astronomy Live, if I sold you a car, and every time you try to start the car, the brake pedal whacked you in the nuts repeatedly. Every time you tried to start the car, you would, completely eliminate your ability to have children.
Oh god.
Yes, that brake pedal is just whacking you in the nuts repeatedly. I sold you a car. Now, that was a problem. If it was a mistake, then that's okay. Your nuts are still, popped, but it was an honest mistake. But what happens, Astronomy Live, in that scenario? If after you tell me that the car I sold you is whacking you in the nuts, what happens in that situation if I refuse to fix it?
I see you under lemon law.
Yep. I'm in the wrong there. So even though it didn't start out as me doing something fucked up on purpose, Suddenly, that defense falls flat on its fucking face. Same shit here. Same shit here, honestly. Somebody said, is Massimo and Elon alt? Honestly, maybe. Elon is a dude with multiple personalities. And Elon really wants to be liked and loved and that kind of thing. I mean, wasn't it the case that he paid people to play games for him so he could pretend to be a pro gamer?
I've heard that. I haven't bothered to watch the videos supposedly breaking that down, but I have heard that story.
Like, how fucking pathetic. Dude, imagine how much better you would be perceived if you just stuck to rockets and cars that lock their drivers in while they're on fire. Instead of
Ugh.
doing stupid shit like buying Twitter and making grok and cutting pediatric cancer research illegally, I might add. How much better life would be. One can dream. One can dream. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and end this. So my final thought is actually a question to Astronomy Live, and I want him to think very carefully about his answer. Astronomy Live.
Yep.
It is clear that this is the best footage you've ever captured.
Yep.
Will you be able to outdo it?
Ooh, that's a tough one. That's
Yeah.
a tough one.
Yeah, top that shit. I'm answering I'm asking the hard questions now, motherfucker.
You are. I think. Oof.
Will you ever be
Aesthetically-
able to top this?
Aesthetically, I don't think I can. I mean, emotionally, to me, if I pull off a shot of Orion going out to the moon with people or coming back from the moon with people, to me that'll always mean more. But aesthetically, in terms of beauty shots, like I'm gonna be hard pressed to beat this. The twilight effect, it was just perfect. It was perfect weather. I don't see how I ever top it, honestly.
So what you're saying is this is peak Astronomy Live right here.
This is peak. Yeah, we've peaked. I've peaked. It's all downhill from here.
It's all down here. All right, guys, just unsubscribe. It's all shit, right?
all done.
You have
Pack it up.
nothing. You have nothing to look forward to but dog shit in comparison.
I mean, when Starship starts launching from Florida, obviously I'm going to be, trying to get the best I can there, get launched to landing. Others have from Texas. Cosmic Perspective has gotten it, I know. I'm sure others have too. And so, I mean, that's been done. People have done that, and they've done it even with bigger optics than I have access to. So
Yep.
I'm gonna do my own, best possible job of it and enjoy having fun doing it. But this was the unique perspective that I really wanted to bring to the table from the outset with Starship. Because you and I have been talking about this from before Starship ever launched, saying, look, a lot of people are going to be going down to Texas with their equipment, shooting that from there, and they're going to come back with some incredible shots. And when the tower catch happens, they'll have incredible shots of that, and that's true. That's happened. This was something that I didn't think, at least at the beginning, that anyone would think to do, and that's why I did it. And then IFT2, it paid off, and I was the only one to get that, for that reason, because no one else would have thought to even try that. It's so crazy.
Yep.
It's
I
psychotic.
am going to take a little bit of credit here because originally your thought was to actually go to Texas. And then I put the bug in your ear and I said, actually, would it not be more valuable to just stay where you are? Because you would be getting something really unique in that situation.
That's true. I was bouncing that idea off you. Yeah, I was having a debate with myself about that, and I was leaning towards the Texas drive.
Yes.
You did push for the Florida shot.
So what do you have to say
Thank you. You were right.
Uh-huh. Say it one more time, please.
Reds was right.
Oh, that's good. I think we could just end the stream right there. I think we just end it right there.
He's got a good point. He may have the shot that tops the shot. Ship reentry tracking, for one, comes to mind. Tracking ship in orbit. This is true. This is very true. Aesthetically, catching ship reentry and tracking that thing down to, I don't know if I can get it still in plasma by the time it comes up, to catch it being caught by the tower. But like, if I could do that, oh my gosh, that would be phenomenal. That would be a new high. So, and tracking ship in orbit too. That's going to have its own fun. That is going to basically replace ISS tracking in the future. Once ISS is retired and deorbited, we will have Starship to track in orbit, and we'll have hopefully lots of starships to track in orbit, and it will be beautiful.
Yep, and if they ever pass over New England, or if I find myself in Florida with with all of my equipment, then I'll be there to contribute in any way that I can. But yeah, I am going to take partial credit here. Just partial credit. Let's say 1/3. Is that fair? 1/3 the credit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's Massimo will steal that footage too. Yes, absolutely. Fucking. I will say this. Astronomy Live probably won't do this, and I understand. I totally understand. But for my video, I am going to put in the middle, Massimo's a little bitch. I'll put Massimo has a small penis. And I'm going to put his Twitter handle in there too. And we'll see if he steals my shit afterwards.
Oh, he will. Don't worry.
I would love for him to actually, in fact, I would invite him to steal it in that situation. I'll let that video make the circulations, and then eventually, after Massimo steals it, then I'll take down and upload an actual version that I would want to keep up long term. Because fuck that guy.
What about the same kind of visual shot, but during a manned mission to the moon or further? I think it's going to be just my opinion, I think it's going to be a very long time before Starship is considered safe and reliable enough to stick people on it. Now, there may be that kind of visual shot when they're launching a lander to go to the moon, but there won't be people on it until it gets to the moon. So, yeah, it'll be nice. It'll be part of a manned mission, but I think it's going to be a long time before I see Starship with people on it. And this really struck me during IFT2 when I saw the severed head of Starship tumbling in space, about to re-enter from the Florida Keys. That could have had people in it. Like, if that had been a crewed Starship, I would have been watching the Challenger accident, but zoomed in on the crew compartment. That's what that would have been. And that horrified me. The thought of that just horrified me. I don't want to see that happen in my lifetime, and I hope it doesn't. So
guys, we're actually gonna seriously end it here. Okay. I do want to say thank you very much for watching. Thanks for being here. And if you're watching this after the fact, please do all the things that we said to do, because we would very much appreciate it. So go to Astronomy Live's video, give him proper credit. And if you are on Twitter for whatever fucking reason, because Twitter is absolutely awful, be sure to hit up Massimo and tell him he's a little shit for stealing other people's work. He knows exactly what he's doing. And if he tries to get around it, be sure to hold his feet to the fire, and then he's probably just going to block you anyway. And in that case, nothing of value was lost, because fuck that guy in particular. I already said what I'm going to do, send a few emails out, try to get as many eyes on his video as possible, and yeah, all that good shit. And I'll also be leaving a comment after we're done here on Astronomy Live's video for the algorithm. Like I said, you all should do the same. So, Astronomy Live, what do you have to say?
Just thank you for scrambling the jets so that we can shoot this nonsense out of the sky. Appreciate it.
Nothing like going full F-22 Raptor on this shit. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching. That is it. Peace out. See ya.